Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with the voice of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing. He's back in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming out of retirement. Andrew Tate, he's coming for you, sucker. I'm here with EzRaw Boxing. What's going on, Ezra?
What's up? I'm joining the show via location. You know what I mean? I'm on vacation today, and I still decided to join the show.
You're supposed to say via satellite. Come on, man. What kind of wrestling fan are you?
That's true. That's a good point.
Oh, man. And obviously...
Ezra is broadcasting from parts unknown today.
Oh, man. And obviously we have the super producer, the man behind the scenes, the master puppeteer of Brunch Boxing, our guy, Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
Doing good. Already locked in on these fights. We got the Queensberry prelims going on YouTube already, but everyone don't change to that. We'll keep watching here.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to watch. I mean, that's a one fight card. I'll say that.
But what a fight
card. But knowing Ezra,
B plus,
this card is gonna be a higher grade than Tszyu versus Murtazaliev. I bet.
100%. 100%. I already gave it that grade. Yeah.
Okay.
It was fine.
All right. Well, let's get started, Huey.
All right, straight into news and notes for the day. We had Danny Garcia show over this last week. Danny Gonzalez suffered a broken jaw, leg, and ankle in the Danny Garcia loss. What do you think?
God damn! God damn!
Yeah, I didn't know about that. What do you think should be next for Danny Garcia?
Just real quick, the beating this guy took, people were picking him to win. Just so people know. You know how wrong you could be in a pick? The guy got his leg broken.
I didn't know Danny broke his jaw too. I saw the ankle when I was watching the fight. You could see that, but damn, his jaw too? That's rough.
Yo, he said that he broke his jaw on the first punch that Danny landed.
Oh, damn.
In the first round. He said he couldn't bite down on his mouthpiece no more. He tried to fight through it. And then when Danny hit him with the left hook, he broke his ankle on his leg.
Said they pull a Keyshawn after the fight, he get jumped?
No. But apparently Danny Garcia is hitting harder than a lot of people think.
I guess so. But anyway, so knowing that, what do you think should be next for Danny Garcia, that is?
Oh, come on. He got to fight Boots. He got to fight Boots.
It's a big fight.
I never heard of Boots breaking nobody's jaw, ankle, and leg in the same fight. And so Danny Garcia is back. The Danny Garcia show is back, man. I know people say he should retire because of the fight with Lara, but Lara is a 160-pounder heavy hitter. Is a little bit different. I think Danny Garcia still has a lot to give to the sport of boxing, and I think he should be back at the top of the division at 154.
Nah, man, I don't see it that way. I'll tell you that. I don't see it that way. I don't know. I don't see a lot of interest in him fighting. I don't have a lot of interest in him fighting. If he fights someone at 154, it has to be a matchup that is somewhat, favorable to him, right? Like somewhat like where he wants to be. If you're gonna do something like, I don't know, I can't even think of a guy that he could beat at 154. Boom. That's like I consider a respectable guy. You know what I mean? He's not to me competitive with any of these guys. I get beating up a can, you know what I mean? Like you can get your confidence back up, but I'm sorry, it's just I'm not in this market. I don't even think he has the name power to be in this market anymore. Like I think people are overestimating his name power. I think that's what you saw.
Telling me that Danny Garcia couldn't give Boots some run.
No, not at all, not at all. And you don't believe that either. But like I said, there's just no chance. Like this guy, it is what like his career is what his career was. Like that's it. It's over. It's fine. Call it that. I think that's the way to go, but I can't see anything wrong. Like I need to see Danny Garcia in the ring versus this guy. And at one point, before you way too many guys, like honestly, it feels like a waste of time for these guys. Like if you put Danny Garcia in, it's just like kind of having Keith Thurman in there. It's like, oh man, like there's so many guys that I want to see fight. It kind of just feels like this is in the way. I don't think that's the point you want to be in your career where you feel like a guy that's just in the way. Now, like I said, I could be wrong. You go in there, have a big win. Maybe Keith Thurman would have stunned Fedora. I don't think that was going to happen, but it gets to a point where it's like you just kind of feel in the way.
All right, let me ask you a question. If you're Golden Boy, you're not interested in Danny Garcia versus Charles Conwell?
Well, if you're Danny Garcia, why are you interested in that fight? I guess is my point. He's not going to do that fight. Why would he do that fight? That's what I'm saying. He's like at a weird point of his career. He's at this point he's not going to fight anyone unless it's like big money and a big name, right? And Conwell's not a big money or a big name. He's not going to take that fight.
What would happen to Virgil if Danny Garcia lands that left hook?
He'd raise both hands.
Come on.
In victory. That's what would happen. It's like, bro, they don't have a it's just that there's not a fight that really makes sense for what he wants, and anything else would just be, like I said, wasting time. I feel like for like a Virgil, for a Boots, he's not gonna get into with those guys. Like, it's just all ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's all ridiculous. There's no point of even talking about it. That's it. He had his farewell. Congratulations to him. We had a one fight retirement tour, and let's call it what it is.
But I don't think this should be a farewell. He did his thing, man.
Yeah, it's anyone. Like a lot of guys could beat cans. Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, he did his thing, but we could prolong a lot of guys' careers like that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you go look at anyone, right, that's at the end of their career, they're gonna have a win against a guy that's like 6-5, and they're gonna be like, all right, I got right that fight. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you didn't. It's just fought a guy that was easy to get right against.
But how many guys have had their jaw broken, their leg broken, and their ankle broken in 4 rounds? Like I don't think you understand. Like you're a boxer, right? Wait, didn't you get your eye socket broken in your fight?
I did.
From a headbutt.
From a headbutt, not a punch.
No, so he says. We didn't see the video. Let's not act like EzRaw doesn't lie.
Matt, they were moving the sun. He couldn't see anything.
Come on,
exactly.
Man. Come on, man.
He's probably that guy.
I want to see Danny in the mix at 154.
Do you remember that movie?
Hold on. We never got Danny versus Jamel Charlo.
For good reason. No one ever asked for that fight. No one's ever asked for, like, I'll be honest with you, even Danny's prime, that was not a fight we talked about. Now, do you remember what it sounds like happened to his opponent? Do you remember that movie with David Allen Greer? Where, remember the kid got that toy of him and he started, like, breaking it? That's what sounds like happened to his opponent.
Oh, was that Tales from the Hood?
Yeah, Tales from the Hood. Yeah, and he's like twisting him, and David Allen Greer's all like crooked and stuff. Yeah.
What the hell do you know about Tales from the Hood?
Yeah, that's a classic.
Okay. Oh shit. All right, go EzRaw.
Matt said EzRaw is cultured.
Yeah, man.
I think I'm with EzRaw on this one though. Danny doesn't even seem like he's too sure he wants to do anything after this fight. I don't know. I was listening to that post-fight interview, and even the tenor of the interview from the answers he gave switched from, I think it was Ak doing the interview in the ring, from him asking like, "Yo, this is your last fight in Brooklyn," to him being like, "So if this is your last time in the ring." Mid-interview, he switched the tenor of the interview. So I don't even know that Danny wants to continue.
In the words of LeVar Ball, you are a hater.
What Q he is for the questions that Ak asked?
Yeah, both of y'all haters.
It's just done, man. It's like, the thing too is like, did Danny really need a farewell fight?
Come on. Yes, 100%.
Danny
needed a farewell.
Don't do that.
Let's really think about it. Who is truly worthy of a farewell fight? Like this, it's very few names. I mean, we even had problems with Floyd and Berto. I mean, people were like, I really don't want to see this, but you need Floyd deserves a farewell fight. So it's like, yeah, let's give him his farewell fight. Okay. Like, that's okay. But like, who's really deserving of a farewell fight? I mean, did Manny Pacquiao have a farewell fight?
Yeah, many.
Not yet.
He's had many farewell fights.
I mean, what farewell fight? Like Ugas? Like, that's a real guy. You know what I mean? Like, there was no farewell fights.
It wasn't supposed to be a farewell fight.
Huh?
It wasn't supposed to be a farewell fight.
I guess. You know what I mean? What I'm saying though, what I'm saying is, not a lot of guys deserve farewell fights. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I put Danny in a farewell fight.
Give me the list. Give me the list of guys that deserve farewell fights.
Man, it's very. So guys, current right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, I'll give Canelo.
Canelo deserves a farewell fight.
Yep. Terrence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves one.
Okay. I think Chocolatito had it, but he just doesn't know it.
So you think Chocolatito deserves a farewell fight? I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Actually,
I'm just saying some guys don't deserve a farewell fight. But also, here's another thing too. If you're gonna do a farewell fight, just my suggestion, right? If you always talk, Danny asked me, right, and he said, "What are we gonna do?" We said, "We're gonna do it at Barclays." I'm gonna say no one can really sell out Barclays right now. It's not a lot of guys in boxing in their prime that can sell this out, right? Not a lot of guys that think, let's do a small, intimate venue, right? Let's do a small, intimate venue where we get really your diehard fans in there and get good energy. Let's not try to do it like we're fighting, Floyd Mayweather, like we're fighting Earl Spence. Okay, let's not try to do it like that because we're not. And you know what I mean? And you got to have a little bit of self-realization of what you are and who you are.
Yeah, you a bitch.
Any other thoughts on Danny Garcia and the next move for his career? Clearly,
Matt,
the panel.
One question. Sorry, Huey.
Go for it.
If I would have fought Danny Garcia in his retirement fight, would I have broken my leg, ankle, and jaw?
You would have broke your leg, ankle, jaw. Probably would have tore your rotator cuff and tore your Achilles.
I don't think you're wrong.
And Matt, because I know you have an answer for this one, we got a question from our guy Sibby. Are there any heavyweights that deserve a farewell?
Deontay Wilder.
I knew you had an answer for that.
Deontay Wilder deserves a farewell. And you know who else deserves a farewell? Tyson Fury.
Oh,
Tyson Fury? I thought that was the Tszyu-Zerafa fight. I thought that's what we had, and then he just kept on his career going.
Anthony Joshua deserves a farewell fight.
I guess, yeah. Like, I like I said, some of these guys don't deserve them, but it's all right. A lot of guys we won't have them. I mean, farewell fights aren't really that common of a thing in boxing. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Okay. All right.
On to the next subject here. We're just going to do a buzz check on some of the upcoming events. So we're going to start it with Jake versus Tank. Where are we at on that one? What are you hearing? Where's your buzz? And then where do you think the general population buzz is at? Matt, we'll start with you since this is a Tank topic.
First of all, I don't know what the fuck that means.
I know, I get it. I 100%
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
You are the Tank defender. So if there's going to be a positive,
I'm a little offended. I'm a little offended that you would say such a thing.
You're PBC Matt.
Huh? I didn't know that. Is that what the people feel?
Yeah, they think you're PBC Matt. They call you got two names. You're Mr. One Tank and PBC Matt to the people.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of building up a real buzz and excitement for this fight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm starting to see the stuff on social media. And like guys like you, EzRaw.
Yeah.
If I listen to guys like you, I would be so down and miserable about this fight. But for some reason, everybody I talk to thinks that Jake Paul is legitimately going to win this fight.
That's insane.
And to me, it's insane.
Like respectable boxing people?
Yes.
All right.
Trainers, managers. Yes.
Wow.
We even saw Terrence Crawford said he thinks Jake Paul's going to win. Terrence Crawford said, if this is a fair fight, Jake Paul will win because he's too big.
Really?
Think about that. Think about that. People saying that it's fixed if Tank wins. Think about that. Like to me, this is man. Yeah, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Like I can't wait. I do wish it was in ATL instead of Miami, but whatever. Miami. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be a great event, and I think it's gonna be a damn good fight, actually.
Well, what I would say is my buzz right now isn't high, right? But I think as we
Your
get
buzz
closer,
was never high.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like as we get closer, I think I'll start getting curiosity, right? I said I'm gonna get curious, like what's going on here? How's this gonna look, right? And that's gonna get me. But when I talk to people, my friends that don't watch boxing, they ask me, what's the next big fight? And the first one they brought up the question as Jake Paul versus Tank. I'm telling you right now, I know people on Twitter are trying to say, oh, it doesn't feel like no buzz or anything like that. As that fight gets closer, there's going to be a lot of buzz for it. There's going to be a lot of excitement for it. There's going to be a lot of viewership for this. Like that's 100%. 100% is what's going to happen. So I think that right now I don't feel it, but as we get right next to the fight, it's going to be, I think, through the roof.
Yeah, to me, it's already a lot of buzz for it. But I know a lot of people aren't outside of the boxing bubble, so maybe they don't feel it. But I'm telling you, the people are excited about this fight.
Huey, could you pull up that Sibby comment? Yeah. I don't even know what that means. So Matt didn't know what the tank comment meant. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means because I pick winners, and I have a good logic on what I pick. So I'm just saying, I'm telling you right now. And Matt, can you hold true to this? After this fight happens, and if Tank wins, you're gonna expose the people that had picked Jake Paul.
I did say that I was going to do that, right?
Cold takes exposed.
I did say I was going to do that.
Good.
He also attacked your scorecards, Ezra.
Oh, well, that's because people don't like the truth. That's the thing is that people, what I realize, I watch a lot of things now with like the news, politics, that people don't like the truth. They just want to hear what they want to hear.
Hey,
so
listen, our president has been telling you guys that for years.
He's right. He's right about that. People do not want the truth. They want to hear what they want to hear. If they feel people don't score fights, they watch fights and they're like, this feels competitive. It should probably be 5-5 because it feels competitive. You get what I'm saying? Because it feels when someone tells me it feels like a 5-5 fight, that's the stupidest thing you can tell me. This feels like a 5-5 fight, 5 rounds to 5 rounds. How could nothing could feel that way? There's close fights, there's competitive fights, but you can't say, oh, it feels like something. You got to score the rounds. That's what people don't like. They have a feel, and I give them the truth, and they don't like it.
Wait. Who died and made you the arbiter of judging?
I earned it. I earned it over years of putting honest scores out there and people attacking me.
All right, whatever, man.
All right. Next event we have on the schedule. Or wait, Matt, did you have anything else to add to this?
I'm excited about Anderson Silva versus Chris Weidman.
No, you're not. You're lying.
I am.
You're not excited about that at all.
I really am.
Bro, they're putting down the prelims. You're not excited for that at all.
Bro, I like Anderson Silva. He's a legend.
You didn't lie there. That's not a lie.
Russell,
but you're not excited about this fight.
Russell versus Hirooka. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I do have buzz for that.
Come on. That goes without saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm excited for.
All right, we got Pitbull versus Roach up next. Ezra, we'll go to you first on this one.
My buzz is high for this one. This is my kind of matchmaking. This is great matchmaking. And let me tell you something. Roach is in a spot to really put himself in a great spot in his career. Like he could win this fight, and he has a draw with Tank that a lot of people feel he should have won. And then he beats.
Oh my
Pitbull.
God! Only a couple people feel like he won, bro.
And then he goes and will have a chance to fight Shakur Stevenson. Like this is a really good spot, and if it's a guy kind of showing people. They said like, oh, you know what? I think he's at this level. They put a limit on him. They said I think he's at this level, and I think he's about to show that he's way past what people thought he was. Even if the Tank fight, people say, oh, well, that's Tank not taking the fight serious, or that's Tank with whatever excuse that they came up with him. I think if he shows this against Cruz, then people are going to be like, I think we got to take this guy serious. And I think that the Shakur fight becomes a lot more interesting. I think the buzz is really good for this fight. Also, Pitbull gets a win like this, then he's in a really interesting spot at that point too, especially if he stays at 140. So I really, really love that matchup.
Well, they're both in an interesting spot because I think the winner is going to be fighting Subriel Matias.
Okay, well then, okay. I don't know why. What's the name? I don't think Roach would take that fight. Like it doesn't really make sense to his career. But Pitbull versus
wait, why wouldn't Roach take that fight?
Because it doesn't really make sense to stay at 140. I'll be honest with you. Like I think he took 140 because of Pitbull. I think you go back to 135. And I think Matias is kind of it's a tough fight no matter what, right? And then that chance of you have all that buzz and momentum of drawing with Tank and beating Cruz. I don't know why you go straight to Matias fight. Like there's a Shakur fight. There's other fights that you could get into. It would make more sense, in my opinion.
Let me ask you a question. You're favoring Roach over Pitbull, right?
Yes.
But you wouldn't favor Roach over Matias.
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't favor him. I'm just saying that that's a really tough fight. And Cruz has a name value. Like, that's why you do this fight, right? Because I think that's a tough fight as well. But you have the name value. It makes it worth. The juice is worth the squeeze in there, right? But if you go to Matias, right, I'm not sure the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm not sure the name value is there. I'm not sure that's like builds your name. I don't think that changes where you are in your boxing. It's a good win, and the diehards are going to know that. People are going to know that. But I think there's bigger fights out there, and there's bigger wins out there for him that he could get.
Huh. Interesting.
But if you give me Cruz Matias, I mean, that's violence. I mean, if you just say violence, right? You don't even make a poster on that one. You just put blood on the poster, and you just have it spell out violence because that's what that fight's going to be.
Now, the co-feature, obviously, we know is going to be Average Landy Lara versus your guy, Janabek Alipanuli. What is your buzz for that fight?
Couldn't get higher Because the thing is that this is a personal one for me. Because I remember years ago when I was watching Janibek and I was telling people, I go, I think this is the best middleweight. And people said, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not knowing what you're seeing. And then Janibek goes on this run and he's just putting people to sleep, And all the other guys that they were telling me were better middleweights looked worse and worse. And I said, I think this guy will beat everyone, right? In this weight class. And now we're here to just finally kind of put the it took some time. A lot of times when I make a point, right, I'm so far ahead. I'm so years ahead. I'm so far ahead everything that it takes time to get there, right? And a lot of people, the problem is a lot of people are right, but they abandon ship. Not me. I stay with the ship. I stay in there and I say, we're just going to get through the rough patches. We're going to get through the high tide, the rough waters, right? The rough waves. And we're going to get to our destination. And that's what this fight is. It's getting to our destination. That's what it is. And let me tell you something about Carlos Adames, right? Adames, a guy that, has 1,000 excuses on why this fight can't get made. I won't do it and I won't do it in Saudi Arabia, even though there's no money in this fight. It has to kind of be done there. But okay, then it needs to be even, or all this nonsense, these excuses. Well, it's like, hey, Janibek's on your side of the street now. Janibek's fighting in the U.S., but he's fighting Lara, not you. He's fighting on the PBC, but he's fighting Lara, not you. So where are these excuses coming from? I'll tell you right now, Adames better be announcing a Terrence Crawford fight, because that's about the only thing that gets him out of here for me saying, hey, this is a duck. He better be fighting a Terrence Crawford fight. Better be a Terrence Crawford fight in Omaha. Maybe a farewell fight for Terrence Crawford. That better come up for me to say, hey, I excuse you not taking this fight, because I don't get why he's not in the ring across Janibek.
He's fighting a Seltonov next. You know that.
Goodness gracious. Hey, if he gets past that one's going to be tough for him. That's going to be a tough one.
But I will say, we're never going to get monetized with you masturbating here on live stream. All right. Oh, I called it. I
were just on the wrong site.
I said that. Janibek this, Janibek that. Listen. As wrong. He's a good fighter, but he's not the best middleweight in the world. And you're going to see that on December 6th, because he's not going to beat Lara. He's not going to beat Lara. He's not going to beat him.
I love it. I promise you, I really feel this like deep in my bones. This fight's not going to be close. I really don't feel that. Like I said, Lara, I'm going to point out what Lara's good at. Lara, upper body, still great. The legs can't go dancing anymore. He's a guy that goes to the club. You're an old guy at the club, and he's kind of just here. He's kind of just swaying here. He can't bend over. His hips don't work. Yeah, I picture this how Matt dances, right? When he goes to the
that's
club.
me.
Here.
The
That's
knees
where Lara
don't
is.
work no more.
That's what I'm saying. That's where Lara is. But Janibek, he can still do the salsa. You got to understand, he can still move. He ain't going to stand right in front of him. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, I think that people think that Lara has the power advantage in this fight. I think that's what people think.
He does.
They're sadly mistaken. They're sadly mistaken. And they will find that out.
We have a guest joining the show here. We have the host of the Sunday Morning Sermon, owner of the Keep It 100 Boxing Instagram page, Mr. TY. How you doing today?
What's up, fellas? I'm just laughing at Ezra, man. Like he think he Nostradamus, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But hold on, I agree with Ezra. Janibek is #1 middleweight, and we buying Christmas gifts with the money we gonna make when he beat up Lara. So old man going out. So I agree with you with that one.
I appreciate that.
I don't know about knockout, but he gonna. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. I really am. I'm looking forward to that card. It's gonna be a great one. And one more thing, Matt.
That didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go.
And Matt, look, one more thing, Matt. No, listen. See the play with you, Matt, but you got the fighters wrong. It's Danny Garcia versus Julian Williams. Two guys out their prime. That'd be a great fight.
Where do you have that fight at?
Philly.
You have it in Philadelphia.
Like, what kind of stupid question is that?
Hey, Matt. Come
on,
Matt.
What I'm saying is it can't be a big venue, right? I mean, what are we doing now?
Listen,
ECW Hall?
Hey, come on, Ezra. Stop the disrespect.
Will they
No. So Matt, you go small venue, Matt. You go 11,000. You don't go to the big building.
Where does ECW?
Put it in Leah Course, or put it at Kensington High.
Oh my God.
Where does
man.
where does
Baby,
ECW
nah.
where does ECW have their event at? And at the end of it, everyone throw their chair in the ring.
Oh my God. I hate this dude, man. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
But
I'd like to throw a chair at you right now.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'm surprised because you all for old veteran guys
I
fighting
don't-
each other. So
but
I'm
they-
surprised you don't like this fight. That's what
Because
J-Rock versus Danny.
they missed the window. They're way past it. They're too past it for me. This is Roy Jones Hopkins rematch. Past it to me. Like I don't need to see it.
So
So
Ezra,
I think what it is that EzRaw he doesn't really like PBC fighters. If you haven't noticed.
That's not true.
Oh,
Would I
man.
just hype up? Was I not the one just hyping up Roach? Cruz?
No. You were just hyping up Janabek.
Yeah, Janet Laura, because PBC's throwing it. That's a good fight.
Yeah, but Janabek's not a PBC fighter.
Why is that
Your
Laura's art?
angle was I've been telling you guys about Janabek.
I have been telling you guys. Well, like I said, I respect anyone that puts out a good product.
you was talking about Janet Big, but you did cheat on him a little bit with Siraj. You cheated on him with Siraj.
I think we'll still get that fight. It's just a different weight class now.
But, man, but hold on, but you see your man though, Janet Big. He said he gonna do all the heavy lifting, and he want Crawford by the summertime. You see what
I
he
hope
said?
so. I hope so.
You see what he said, man? He said he doing the heavy lifting, man. He'll get all the belts, and he want out the king, man.
Good luck. Good
He
luck.
best not. He best not miss.
Good luck.
All right. We have anything else to put a bow on this fight before we move on to the next buzz check?
No, not really. I mean,
All right.
they're talking about other fights for this card. I'm not too sure if Fulton versus Force is going to be on this card.
What's going
Come
on, Matt?
on, come
What's
on,
happening,
man.
What's happening, Matt?
They hate us boxing fans. They hate us boxing fans. Why did they hate us?
Am I supposed to hit your sound here?
No, please
Okay.
don't. Please don't.
Let me tell you, it makes perfect sense to put that fight on the card. People were
Which
excited
is
about it.
probably why I won't be.
Come on,
It makes
just do
way
it. It
too
doesn't
much
make
sense.
sense. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Let's get these two guys fighting. That's a great card. You put that on that card. That's a great card. No one can complain about that card.
Hey,
Come on, what are
listen,
we doing?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Don't be surprised if we don't see Fulton versus Force at all.
Oh,
Mm.
What are we doing? What are we doing, boxing? What are we doing?
All right, we gotta move on to the next fight. This is just upsetting everyone. So finally here in the buzz check, Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. Matt, where you at on this one?
Oh, through the roof. I see Anthony Yarde starting to talk shit. He thinks that Benavidez is overconfident and blah blah. Benavidez is gonna beat the fuck out of this dude. He is gonna beat the fuck out of this dude. Like this is gonna be as one-sided as the Toronto Blue Jays against the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Low blow.
That's how
What
one-sided it's gonna
What
be.
the hell's your problem?
That's how one-sided it's gonna be. He's
Too
going to
soon.
beat the hell out of him. And I can't wait. Obviously we know a fight that we're all looking forward to also, Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney.
That's a great fight.
Yeah, it's a great fight. And I think a lot of people are starting to lean towards Haney, and I love it. Please let me see that on the websites or on the betting sites, because I'm taking Brian Norman Jr. So
Oh my God!
please just let me see it on the
God.
betting sites. Everybody on the betting sites, go bet Haney so I can make a killing, please.
Well, here's Bet Haney. Listen, Haney plus money. Haney won't be plus money probably another time in his career, man. We cashing out, Ezra.
That's a good point.
Come
That's a
on.
good point. That's a good
Wait,
point.
Come
but
on, man.
Ezra, are you down with Team Haney on this one?
No, I pick Norman. I don't like the way he looked last fight. He looked to me. He looked afraid to get picked.
Mhm.
He looked shaken, and I was thinking of similarities that we might possibly have to Fernando Vargas to Devin Haney. Right? Might be a short run for Haney at the top. Might be a guy that we talk about and be like, that was a hell of a run, but once Ryan, when he got touched up by Ryan, he might not be the same guy after that. The same thing with maybe the Trinidad fight for Vargas, right?
Yes. Do me a favor, Ezra. You a tape guy, right?
Okay.
Go watch that Quentin Randall fight, then get back to me.
Okay. All right. But I will look. I'm gonna say this about Norman. most of his fights on Top Rank up until the Santillon fight, he didn't look good. I'm with everyone on that. Like I was the one pushing that. I'm like, dude, this guy does not.
And the guys he knocked out are tailor made. That's what you always tell me. Top Rank diet.
Yeah, so look, he didn't look good.
He not for the guy like Devin Haney in his life. Fighting in the gym. We're gonna see.
Yeah. He didn't look good in a lot of fights at Top Rank, but he did something changed. And Matt told me, oh, he had hands. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's not that, right? But something's changed. Like he does look more confident. The way he's punching, the timing, it's just better than what he was doing. I don't know if maybe he was on Top Rank and he felt pressure and he couldn't get to his game.
EzRaw, both his hands were in.
Okay,
oh my god!
But there was a timing issue too, though. There was a timing issue. I was going back and looking at the fights. I'm like, what changed? But now he's really confident.
Bro. When your hands are hurt, hesitant, EzRaw.
I get you.
And he fighting statues. Guys right in front of him.
Well, I will say though is this though, right? He is a bit of a plotter. He has to be planted. A Haney that fought like a Lomachenko or Progress, I think would be real trouble for him. I think he'd have a hard matchup. But I think Haney, something about him not wanting to get touched, that throws off your timing. Because certain punches it requires certain exchanges, right? Certain chances. And also Haney is a guy that's always relied on reflexes and his reflexes to be really good with his shots, right? Like he takes chances. He's just inches away from danger, but he's able to do that with his reflexes and his timing and his defense. Like I said, against a Ramirez fight, I didn't see that. I saw a guy real tentative, real scared to get touched. I think if he's real scared against Norman, and Norman hits really hard, I don't think it's the same guy. I don't think we're seeing the same guy anymore.
I mean, it could be possible, but I don't see it. I think we're overreacting. I mean,
well,
Haney, money on the floor, baby.
Yeah, like I said, if it's a Haney that fought Loma, Haney that fought Progress, I think he has a real good chance of winning.
We know why Matt picking Brian Norman. You know Matt part of the bomb squad. Tay Jones, that's a squad. I mean, it's a hometown pick for Matt.
Hey, those are my peoples, man. Those are my peoples.
Those are peoples. And this one too, they don't like to build the great Bill Haney on these apps. I mean,
Hey, you know what? People think I don't like Bill Haney. I would 100% have Bill and Devin on Brunch Boxing.
Well, reach out. You know everybody. Reach out to Remy.
Okay.
Call Crip up. Crip gets you an interview.
I do want to talk about the Benavidez fight, though. My buzz for that, because that is high for the whole card, of course. You got Bam also and Martinez. Matt didn't bring that up, but Bam Martinez is a very good fight, right? Like,
we didn't get to it. What do you mean? We had
the buzz for the card, so I thought that was included. I will say that Benavidez has kind of hit a sweet spot in his career with his style. That he almost is he's kind of like almost like a Triple G, where it's like you'll watch him fight anyone because he's so violent and he's so aggressive and entertaining that you kind of watch him anyone. As long as it's a top 10 guy, you can say, hey, this is a top 10 guy in the weight class. You'll be like, you know what? I want to see it. Right. So he kind of hit that sweet spot right now with his career. There's big fights for him going forward. I don't think Yarde has a chance, but I think Yarde has a fun style in this kind of fight. So that's, I think, is got me really excited for this fight.
Yarde going to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably
between like 7 and 9, he'd be asleep. He gonna start off fast, body shot. It'll be exciting for as long as it lasts.
Ty, where are you walking?
I think this is a 6-round fight.
Walking, give me. Listen, Walking, give me some message.
Make give away his location.
I'm just so curious.
Look, actually, I'm on Broad Shoot. I'm walking, give me a quesadilla.
All right. You gonna put meat in that quesadilla?
Hey, yo.
Hey, come on. I know, probably jerk chicken or something. I don't know. I'm gonna see what they got up there.
Jerk chicken, the quesadilla?
You know, had jerk chicken.
I don't think I've ever had jerk chicken.
Damn, man. You're not Jamaican food type of guy.
Oh, man.
I don't know if we have Jamaican food over here. I gotta be honest. I've never seen a Jamaican restaurant.
What? You don't have Jamaican food in California?
I've never seen one.
Damn, man.
Matt, this is your co-host. Matt, this is your co-host.
Let me ask you a question, EzRaw. Have you ever seen a Jamaican in California?
I don't think so.
Shannon Briggs? Does he count? Let me stop.
I think he just stopped a robbery the other day in LA.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what's funny about that?
What's that?
This is how woke you are. You said that because you saw the guy with the dreads, right?
No, I just a joke because the guy was obviously
but
white.
that might be a good business. That's a Jamaican
No,
spot in LA.
but the guy that was robbing him had dreads. So
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
I thought you were calling him shit and break.
No. Why would that make me woke? That would make me opposite of woke.
Hey, y'all crazy. That's the next
All right.
business, Ezra. Jamaican store in LA.
There's a business. There's opening there. There's opportunity.
Ezra, you got more to say on this this card?
No, it's a great card. Look at here's the one thing that people are talking about that I've been bringing up, and I've been called ridiculous when I brought it up, but now it's a conversation that people are having. These stat cards, they need to be spread out. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather see pretty much every one of these fights be a main event in their own weekend, so we could have more of a steady boxing flow, a schedule. Then, hey, we got this card and it's in 3 months. I've been that way from the first one I went to. I said, hey, this is good, but this isn't good for the business of it. You need to spread this out. You can't just put it on thing because fights are getting. First of all, fights are getting buried. Like Bam Rodriguez and Martinez, that fight's kind of getting buried here. The story.
Where would you put that fight at?
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know location, but I'm just saying you just spread it out. You just spread it out so you have a schedule, right? So you have people talking every week. You have something to talk about. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't think a lot of people can do the show like me and Matt and Huey are doing with the schedule you're getting. It's not a lot of people because not a lot to talk about. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There's not a lot to talk about. Matt creates a rundown that we could get a conversation going. He's really good at that. But if you don't have Matt, then I think week to week this is tough. You got to create conversation and debate things to debate and things to conversate on every week, and we don't have that when you have scheduled the way we've been getting it. So I do think that these stat cards like this are a bit overrated.
And TY, to answer your question about the Bam fight, where would you put that? You can put that in Texas or Arizona, and it does great.
Yeah. Okay. Then we put Haney and Norman in Atlanta somewhere.
Yeah, but you can put it anywhere. Like I said, you put in the U.S.
Atlanta,
anywhere.
Vegas, the Bay Area.
Yeah.
But no, I think you could stack. Benavidez and Bam on the same card. That'd be a great card. Them two, the doubleheader.
Both of them in Arizona would be great.
Just spread it.
Or
just
Vegas.
spread everything. Spread it all out. Keep the conversation going, and that's the way you would gain. Because you're going to lose fans because a lot of people like. Well, here's the one thing boxing doesn't have: you can't advertise it. Okay, especially if it's on the zone. There's no advertising for it. The only way people know what's happening next is because you watched the week before, and then they tell you next week tune in because this is going to happen. That's like the way people know that what's happening in boxing. So when you don't have these big fights, people are just going to forget. People are going to drift off and not talk about sport, not think about it. You got to keep it in the people's thought process. Oh, he muted his mic. I wanted to see him order that jerk chicken. All right.
All right. So Matt, we're gonna go.
My bad job. I was talking to my what's up? What's the question?
Oh no question. I was playing with it.
No.
Matt, we're going to go to you first on this next topic here. Tyson Fury says there's no reason for him to come back to boxing. Do you believe he's truly retired, or is he just negotiating in public?
I think he's negotiating in public. He's coming back. He's going to fight Joshua. He's going to fight all the guys that we wanted him to fight. And that's the last one left. That's the last. That's, to me, that is still the biggest fight in UK history. It's got to happen.
I think it'd be a shame if it doesn't happen. I mean, look at this is not where that fight was at one point, but it still should happen. I think it's still relevant. I do have a question for you, Matt. We were talking about top 10 heavyweights all time, whether Usyk belongs on the list or whatever. And J-Ro was bringing up that Fury should have lost to Ngannou, right?
Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, keep going.
The Fury should have lost to Ngannou, or at least everyone knows he had a very, very tough fight with Ngannou, right? And then that kind of tells you where he was at in his career at that point. Do you agree with that logic, or do you say that he just had off night that night, didn't probably take the fight seriously, and ended up something tougher than he thought he was going to be in?
I think the Wilder fights took a lot out of him, and I think he's done. Even if you have an off night against the MMA guy, you should still kick his ass pretty easily.
Okay, I would agree with that in logic, right? I agree with that in logic. The flaw, I think, in that thinking was because I think he just didn't take that fight seriously at all. And I think that when you're not training, you're not sparring, you could get beat down by some guys if you don't have your timing right, and he's a guy that needs his timing right. And I think that's kind of what happened in that fight. He ended up with a guy that can hit hard, so he had to be real weary of not getting hit, and his timing wasn't good, so he made him real tentative, and all this stuff, right? It just he didn't look good. He looked out of shape, all these things, and that's what happened there. I think in the Usyk fight, he looked very good, in my opinion. Even though he lost, I thought he looked very good. It was a good version of Fury. And if you think, oh well, he didn't look good in that fight because Wilder took a lot out of him, which he probably did, but I don't think he took it out of him until where he's washed. Well, then Joshua goes and knocks out Ngannou in 2 rounds. I mean, that's not a competitive fight. That was, he smokes him.
That's what should have happened with Fury.
No, I get you, right? But does that mean then that should Joshua be a big favorite over Fury, right? Because the guy that Fury had tough, and I'm not trying to do the triangle theory here, but I'm talking about one guy we're saying, hey, he had a tough fight because he was washed. Well, the other guy, right, Joshua cleaned him out in the round. I mean, if we're talking about like
but then what happened to Joshua after?
That's fine. But what I'm saying is
that factors into it, because once that egg is cracked, you're not the same.
Well, so at that point,
Joshua got demolished by Dubois.
That's fine. But at that point, right? At that point, then let's say right after the Ngannou fight, you would have favored Joshua than going into that Fury fight.
Yes.
All right. That's good. I'm just curious. As far as his Fury retiring, I don't think so. I think he'll come back. I don't see why not. I'm just curious. Is like I don't want to see him fight Usyk again. I don't, unless he's gonna fight. Unless he's gonna fight someone for real, like a.
But you could make an argument that it should be 1-1. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like to just say Usyk won the first fight easily. I think you have a real good argument that Fury won the first fight.
That's fine. They can make that argument, but I don't need to see it right now. There's too many. The heavyweight division is too good. I would understand if the division wasn't good, right? Like there's times where you make the sense because you're like, well, I don't really care to see this fight. There's too many fights I care to see to say, oh, let's go back and do this Fury fight again. And the thing for Usyk, again, money wise, it makes sense, but for like his career and like putting a good resume, he needs depth and he needs more names. So it honestly doesn't help him in that situation. I already know you can beat this guy. And it gets to a point where it diminishes the win after a while because you're like, well, you beat this guy. We know that you won this matchup. Now you got to go find another guy with a different matchup so we know you can win that. And so there's 2 parts of it, right? Like there's big wins, but there's also the depth of like, I'm going through a heavyweight division and fighting all styles and all comers. And I think that Usyk is at that point now. I don't think fighting, like I said, Fury is the right move for his career.
Okay. All right.
EzRaw, on to you for this next topic here. We'll see what happens with Tyson Fury moving forward and if he announces the fight. But your guy, Moses Itauma, may not fight in December. It's looking like February is possible. Do you feel like it was a wasted year for Moses?
I think that they need to they need to speed it up. Yeah, they need to pick it up a little bit. I thought it was very interesting that the 2 guys he was rumored to fight had fights
announced. Answer the fucking question.
Hold on. The guy was announced. Those 2 guys announced fights. So I don't know what direction they're going because they also had that Frank Sanchez fight and they turned that down. Maybe a Pulev fight, maybe something like that's coming, and they're going to put some kind of bout on him. But I do think that they need this was a waste of year. Yes, I do agree. This was a waste of year.
Thank you. They're like, how hard was that just to say? It was a waste of year.
Huey, am I wrong? When we started the show, Huey, you said, is this going to be a short show or a long show, right? We're going to
hold on. First of all,
Matt said it depends on how much we can talk about the topic. And I said I never had a problem doing that.
Okay, but answer the question first and then go into it. I don't want you to take the long way home. When we know the answer is yes. This is a waste of year.
He was painting a picture for the listeners.
Let me tell you something, Ezra. This year is going to be the downfall of Moses Itauma in his career.
How old is Itauma?
22, 23?
Yeah. No, this year is not going to be a downfall of his career. You're going to be talking about Itauma for the next 10 years.
No,
I promise you that. You will be talking about Itauma for the next 10 years.
We're going to be talking about Itauma for the next 2 years. And then after that, we're going to be wondering what happened.
All right. I'm telling you guys. I mean, sometimes like I don't want to toot my own horn. You know me. I'm not a guy to pat myself on the back. That's just not me. It's not what I do. But I will say this right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing something that people ain't seeing. This dude's talent, we haven't really seen anything like this in a very long time. And some of the stuff he can do, the speed and everything, bro, he's gonna at one point he's gonna run through this division. I'm sorry, he's gonna do it. And I will say this: we're talking about Usyk. I mean, very strange that Usyk comes out and says, "Hey, I'm not fighting that guy." I think that's very strange, in my opinion. I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he said it. I think that was very strange. I think that was very, very strange.
I like this question from the comments here. So why can't Moses fight Richard Torres? Yeah, different trajectory in their career, but currently they're in the same class. So Ezra, what do you think about that?
Well, because Top Rank's not going to put Richard Torres in that.
Oh my God! You always.
I mean, that's
fucking Top Rank.
it's really a simple thing.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, you know what's funny? Let me tell you one thing.
Let me tell you a secret, Ezra.
What did I hear?
Queensbury's not going to do that. Queensbury's not going to do that either.
Sure. Well, here's the thing, right? What did I hear when Moises Itauma turned down the Frank Sanchez fight? Oh my God, I couldn't walk away from it. Oh, look at this, Ez wrong. Look at this guy, he's afraid, right? And then I said, nah, it's like I think he could win that fight right now. I don't get it, but they're trying to slow it down. Okay, the promotion's pumping the brakes. And then Matt says, well, Richard Torres is next, and I said, well, that fight's not going to happen for sure, right? Because Top Rank's not going to let it happen. Why would a Top Rank let that happen? Is this really a tough fight at their point in their career? And I said, yeah, it's a real tough fight for Torres, right? That's a real tough fight. What happens? Top Rank turns it down. They go to the next guy. Why though? But do you hear anyone talking about it? Did anyone go like, oh, why is Richard Torres? No, of course not. Because you don't expect the same you expect from Moises Itauma. People are downplaying Moises Itauma because they expect so much from him. Richard Torres, he's an interesting heavyweight prospect. I think to me, I think there's a level. I think he's a brawler. I think he's a pretty athletic brawler. But I don't see his game growing. I don't see the bag getting deeper. I just don't see it, right? Itauma is levels above this guy. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you can't see that, then you're missing something. Like, you need to rewatch it. You need to go back and watch film to make sure you can see that, because these guys are not on the same level. And the Top Rank will not put him in there because he'll get smoked. That would not be a close fight. Go ahead, Matt.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
And like I said, this is going to be the downfall of Moses Itauma. How many times did Moses Itauma fight this year, Ezra?
I think he fought twice.
Twice. He's going to end 2025 with only 2 fights, Ezra.
I'm with you. He
fought 4 times last year. He fought 7 times in 2023. Moses Itauma is not at the point in his career and his development where he is a 2-fight-a-year fighter. He should be fighting at least 4 to 5 times a year, just so that he can have the developmental fights that Anthony Joshua never had. Because to me, Anthony Joshua became a big business before he was ready to be a great fighter. I think Moses Itauma, they are rushing him to try to make him big business before he becomes a great fighter.
Well, I think what we also might be talking about is a thing of where boxing is today, where sometimes the name value outgrows the development. And like you said, because we see all these guys developing, people want to get excited about someone, and then suddenly their name value outgrows the development. So you have to kind of rush it, right? And I think that's a mistake. You're right about that. But like I said, I think Moses Itauma is going to be fine. I understand he should be fighting more. I think he's going to be just fine. This guy, I'm telling you, this guy's the goods. We got to see that chin get tested. Everyone, that's a 100% a good critique of saying, like, I don't know what he is until that chin gets tested, until he's in there with a guy that can take a little bit more of a beating and dish out some more, right? We have to see that. But as far as just like skills and abilities in the ring, he's going to be trouble for all these guys. I mean, that's true. And I'm going to say I'm going to throw Usyk in there as well. And Matt, why didn't if Torres would take the Itauma fight, why didn't he take the Frank Sanchez fight? Just curious.
Because his fight in Mexico was already set.
Love it. Let's keep it going.
All right.
I mean, you asked the question. There's your answer.
It's not a true answer. It's not a real answer.
But it is a real answer. Just because you don't like the answer or because you wasn't expecting the answer doesn't mean that's not true.
Because it's not, when they call for the fight, it doesn't necessarily mean that fight has to happen. The day of the thing. You can say, okay, we agree to this fight, and then we'll lock this date in. You can easily get Torres out of that fight, right? In Mexico.
You don't know what they worked out with Zanfer.
Come on, man. All right, let's keep it rolling.
All right. Up next, we got Raymond Muratalla and Andy Cruz purse bid this week being won by Matchroom Boxing. Matt, let's start with you on this one. What are your thoughts? Do we get the fight? And if so, how do you think it's going to go?
Well, first of all, congratulations to Matchroom for finally winning a purse bid. Like, this is historic.
Hey, this was an easy one, Matt.
Yeah. You think it's an easy one because you think top rank. I know where you're going with this. You're just dying to be right. You got the little stupid smug look on your face.
Let me tell you something right now. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm doing the Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin music. I'm getting ready for it, Matt. Just line me up. I'm getting ready for it. I can't wait to land that shot. Did we lose Matt?
Ezra, I'm gonna let you go. You tell me about Andy Cruz versus Raymond Muratalla.
It's a fantastic fight. It's a great fight. A lot of people saying, oh, Muratalla, I can take this fight. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Let me tell you something. If Muratalla feels like he's not confident enough to be in there with Andy Cruz, then that tells me everything I need to know about Muratalla. Okay. Now, of course, Matchroom won this, and they don't usually. You brought up a great point, Matt. They don't usually win these, do they? They usually come up short, just short though, right on the purse bid. But you know what? They were double. They were double what Top Rank was this time. Now let's just do some logic here, right? Do we think, right, Matchroom, who always tries to be perfect with these purse bids and gets beat out by like 100,000, 50,000, under 50,000, right in the realm of what it is? Do we think they just suddenly started overspending on a Muratalla Andy Cruz fight? Do we think that's what happened here? Did they suddenly just become high rollers to get one of this fight that I love as a fight, but I'm not sure what kind of business it does. I got to be honest with you. No, that's not what happened. Top Rank threw out a number they knew they had no chance of winning, just to make it appear for their fighter, hey, we're making an effort here. We're making an effort here to get fights, to throw fights still, even though there's no TV deal. If Top Rank wins that deal, where does that fight end up? I'm just curious, Matt, tell me. They win that deal, right? Where do they announce that fight's going to happen?
Mexico.
No. What streaming service? What TV is it on, that fight?
It would happen on DAZN.
They don't have a DAZN deal. So I don't know how it happened on DAZN.
Yeah, but I think what would happen is they would give that fight to Turkey.
To Matchroom.
To Turkey.
Yep. It wasn't a real number.
One of his like ring cards.
It wasn't a real number. It wasn't a real number what Top Rank threw out. They were less than half of what Matchroom was. Matchroom doesn't overspend on this stuff. When people bid for stuff, like say I'm in an industry where I have to bid for work. We all know the number. So you're trying to be you're trying to win it by cents, right? You're trying to win it by cents. You're trying to beat someone below by cents. Everyone knows the number. You're not going to be off by a half the number. And if you are, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Let me tell you something. Top Rank knows what they're doing. Matchroom knows what they're doing. They knew they threw a number out there. They had no chance of winning. They weren't even going to try to take a chance of them winning this thing. They weren't even going to try to take a chance. It went half. That tells me the state of Top Rank right now. You know what we got? You know what we're going to get for Top Rank? Like I say every week, good luck. Good luck to Muratalla. That's what you're going to get from them. That's going to be their promotion on this fight. Good luck. But like I said, I love that fight. Muratalla, don't pull out. Let's get that fight. That's a real serious boxing fight. And lets me know where both guys are in their career.
I gotta tell you, it doesn't sound like you love the fight. It doesn't sound like you love Top Rank. Why do you hate Top Rank so much, EzRaw?
I don't hate Top Rank. I just call it out on what it is. That's the problem. Is that you become a hater when you just state what's actually happening. That's what I'm telling you. I'm just stating what's actually happening. Am I wrong for this? Now, I just said last week that BB was right. That when BB said, "Oh, you would kill right now" for some of those Top Rank cards that I used to complain about. You know what? Like I said before, the little bastard was right. I would kill for some of those cheap Top Rank cards that I hated before because they're not getting any boxing. So I give it credit where it's due. I miss it a little bit. But we got to call it what the business is. It ain't looking good right now. It ain't looking good.
I like Muratalla about knockout.
Yeah, I don't think Andy Cruz is ready.
Well, the one thing I was saying about Andy Cruz is, he's buying into his power. They're trying to get him to throw him more power. And that works against a certain level when you're way more skilled than that guy. You have way more ability than that guy. But when you get to higher level, you better believe in that style. And I don't think he gets in a fight where he believes in his power against I don't think if a fight gets to the power against a Muratalla. So I think he's have to go back to boxing. And I don't know if he's working that consistently. I just don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think he has a great trainer either.
Did Lord say I'm stealing his take?
Yes.
I would say this to Lord. Show me the video where you said that take. That's what I would say to Lord. That's my counter argument to that. Let's keep it going, Matt. Let's keep it rolling.
All right. So on the other side of purse bid news, Bakhram Murtazaliev-Josh Kelly purse bid has been postponed. What do we make of this?
I don't know. Like I said, what do the guys say? Oh, Bakhram, he's a boogeyman. No one wants to fight him. He hasn't fought in a year. He hasn't fought in a year. He's fought in a year and a half.
It's
He's such a boogeyman.
It's bad businessman.
Bad businessman. That's all it is. It's just bad business. And right here, right here in this fight, honestly, this one should happen. I mean, they just need to get in the ring. And if you're Kelly, what are you waiting on coming? Right? What fight are you waiting on coming? You got to find out where you are in your career as well. This fight should happen. It's not even that really that horrible of a matchup. I don't even think, honestly. I would be curious to watch it.
I think one of the issues is the compensation for Kelly, because this fight is an 85-15 split in favor of Bakhram. So I think that's one of the issues. I really don't know what Wasserman is doing with Josh Kelly, so who fucking knows? But the fight's gonna get done. It wouldn't have got postponed if they're not trying to work on it.
Yeah,
you
not trying to
know.
work the deal out.
So it's gonna get done.
Are you interested in that fight at all?
I'm very interested in that fight.
I think
I
so
just
too.
want to see Bakhram get back in the ring.
Well, you know,
Get
another
back in
thing
the
too,
fucking
like
ring.
a lot of people are thinking of bringing a fair point. How good is Bakhram? We really don't know. We saw the Tszyu fight. I think he looked pretty damn good in that, right? But we don't know how good he really is. His performances before that weren't like exactly, oh, this guy's a killer, right? So against a fight like Kelly, I do think it's an interesting fight. I think it's a good to see where he's at in his career. So yeah, let's get it going.
Well, I don't think Josh Kelly is very good. So I don't know if this is the fight to show where Bakhram's at. You know,
Well, it shows us something. It shows us something. A little more to build on.
It shows that Bakhram can get back in the ring and throw punches. That's what it shows.
There you
go. All right. Next up, we have Donaire and Tsutsumi being scheduled or penciled in for December 17th, title triple header in Tokyo. Matt, what are your thoughts on this potential fight?
I think it's a great fight, you know. But before I get into that matchup, a lot of people are wondering how is it going to be for the WBA bantamweight title. For those who don't know, Antonio Vargas, who is the current WBA champion, his mother passed away recently after a 5-year battle with cancer. So he's not going to be back in 2025. He was supposed to fight Tsutsumi, who is the champion in recess. So because he's not going to be able to have the fight, he's not going to be back to the first quarter of 2026. From what I'm hearing, the WBA is going to elevate Nonito Donaire, who is the interim champion, to maybe like a super champion, so that Tsutsumi can fight for the belt that he never lost inside the ring, and then they'll probably try to have Vargas fight the winner. So, but as for the fight in the ring, it's gonna be a damn good fight. The thing about this fight, I know a lot of people are gonna favor Tsutsumi, and rightfully so. Tsutsumi throws a lot of punches, like over 1,000 punches Tsutsumi throws, which you would think is gonna overwhelm someone like Nonito Donaire because he's 42 years old. But when I hear someone throws a lot of punches, that just lets me know that there's a lot of opportunities to counter.
Yep.
You know, and that left hook is still that left hook. You know, and if Nonito hits him with that left hook, I don't think Tsusumi's ever been hit like that in his career. So I'm still gonna favor Donaire in this fight. I think he could beat Tsutsumi. Tsutsumi he was a decent champion. He would have got like 3 draws on his record, 2 against Haiga and one other guy. Like he's never been like the world beater. You know, he beat Takuma anyway, who I don't think is very good, but he's never been like, oh, he's that level of guy where he's unbeatable. I think Donaire could take him, and I think Donaire will take him.
I think you raised an excellent point about there's a lot of opportunity there for Donaire. If you get older, the one thing you don't want to do is have to go find your shot. You know what I mean? That gets harder, right? You don't have the legs to go find your shot. But if you got a guy that's coming at you and you say the shot's going to be there, it's just up to me to place it right, up to me to land it. Donaire, I think that is a good spot for Donaire. I hope that boxing does what's right, and I think you're saying that it is. That when Vargas does come back, he does fight for his bout again and fights the winner of this. Because I do think that there is situations that are bigger than boxing for champion. That's completely understandable that he can't fight. They move on, but they make sure that he comes back and gets his rightful spot right back at the top.
All right. And then, Matt, you have anything else to add on this fight before we move on?
Nope.
All right. Ezra, we're
But the
gonna start
triple
with you.
header. Oh, you know what I do? The triple header. Anthony Olasquaga is going to be on that card. He's fighting like a young
Not
Japanese
princess time.
kid.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't care for the card. But there is a very interesting unification that's going to happen on that card. Kayasuke Tamaki versus Renee Santiago, WBA, WBO junior flyweight unification. Takami is only 23 years old and he's already like fighting these fights. So he's a guy to look out for. And one thing that's very interesting about it, so I posted about it on the Brunch Boxing website and on the Brunch Boxing Twitter. The Takami fight versus Renee Santiago has got the most buzz out of all three fights.
All right. So we got Tszyu versus Zerafa being scheduled for being tabbed for January 16th. Ezra, what do you think of the Aussie Showdown that we have to look forward to in quarter one? And this is just being reported. This isn't official.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Tszyu versus Zerafa.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tszyu needs to get back. It makes sense for that matchup. But like I said, he needs to work his way back for
My
fights.
brother, Ezra, Nikita Tszyu.
Forgot what Tszyu was on the schedule, huh?
Yeah. That's right. It is Nikita. Look, we don't know how good Nikita is, right? So I think Zerafa. I don't think Zerafa's that high level, but Nikita needs to keep winning. That's a big. If I remember correctly, when we had Tim Tszyu on, the guy I thought was fighting, that is like some kind of rivalry there, right? I know there's some bad blood there, and I think that'll be a big fight over there. So I mean, whatever, it is what it is. Not like a fight I'm dying to see, but I think there's some buzz to it.
Matt?
Some buzz, bro. This fight is going to be the biggest fight in Australia in a long time.
Okay.
And we always talk about how a lot of fights need to be in the right place. This fight is in the right place.
Okay.
This is a fight that we, as boxing media, should be throwing our weight and support behind because it's a big fight in the right place. The atmosphere is going to be crazy. It's going to be a sellout crowd. Nikita Tszyu did have a car accident earlier this month, so the fight was supposed to be in December. There was some talk that the fight may not happen, but the injuries were minor enough where he just needs a little extra time off. So I'm told from a very reliable source that the fight is going to happen January 16th, and that an official announcement is going to be forthcoming.
How I'm not too familiar with Nikita Tszyu. How high is his ceiling?
All right, lift, stand up real quick. Stand up. Lift your arm up. About right there.
All right, that's not too high.
Yeah, about right.
I didn't even touch the literal ceiling that I'm ahead of me.
Yeah, about right there. About right there.
All right.
About right there.
All right. I didn't see this on the rundown at all. I thought Sibi had a good question of some of the news that we saw this week. So do you guys think T.O. is going to fight Shakur, Hitchens, Keyshawn, or someone else?
We're talking about T.O. again. We just talked about this last week.
I gotta tell you, another thing too, I don't really like. I really don't care for is saying Sippy has a good question. I think we're using that very loosely with Sippy having a good question.
He's a friend of the show. He's a friend of the show. Ezra, he offered to turn you to a world champ.
It wasn't on the rundown for a reason.
I will say this.
We talked about it last week. Who cares now? I mean, so every week we're going to talk about who's still going to fight. We talked about it last week. Now it's time to sign the fucking fight or leave us alone.
I did post this week. I said, how many times is this going to happen? And it's T.O. doing a face-off at a fight to a fight that's never going to happen. So I don't know. Like I said, I can only watch so much fake face-offs with T.O. before I just stop caring. And I don't care right now. I got to be honest.
We'll get into Ezra's favorite portion of the show then, the EzRaw report card and EzRaw breakdown. We're going to start with today's event. We have the prelims going on right now. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. Ezra, how you feeling about this card?
I think I gave this a grade before. But I'm going to say right now, and I think people are so not that excited as they should be for this fight. This is a good heavyweight fight. I think people think that Wardley isn't that good. But what Wardley is he's a fast, athletic heavyweight that can absolutely crack. Okay, guys like that have always been trouble in boxing. They always have. I'm sorry, they have. And I understand that people aren't too high on Hooney, right? And he was losing that whole fight, and then gets the pulls that fight out with an amazing knockout, right? But Hooney's pretty damn good. I try to tell you guys that. If you go back and watch Hooney, he does stuff that Joseph Parker can't do. That's the honest truth. People are gonna think I'm crazy, but he does do stuff that Joseph Parker can't do. Joseph Parker is a guy that relies a lot on athleticism and feel, and that's good. But there's chances there. It's not a picture perfect technique with this guy. So there are chances there to be hit. He has been hit. He has been dropped before. Like, this is a guy that it's been hit by Dylan White. Like, he has. Wardley brings the threat the whole night, because the last time he did it, he pulled it out at the end in the later rounds. He's going to be a threat the whole night. He might get outboxed in portions of this fight. It might look one-sided, but he's always going to have the opportunity to fight. And I do think there's going to be some moments where Parker might be a little bit in trouble. I do think there's that. I'm picking Parker to win this fight. I think it's a damn good matchup, though. I think it's a very interesting matchup. I think Parker's going to box very well. I think Parker's going to move around the ring, but I just think that Wardley's kind of style to always keep Parker honest and in trouble. There's two ways to look at Parker's career recently, too. There's it's all about perspective, right? Fights Wilder, big win, clear win. But is that the same Wilder? If we're talking about what the Wilder fight took out of Fury, well, what did it take out of Wilder? Because I don't think that was the same Wilder. Okay, he fights Zhang, but in the early part of that fight, I mean, it was all Zhang. And then Zhang drops him again. Just Zhang don't have the gas tank, so Parker pulled that fight out. He beats Bakoli. That's a good fight. It's a good win. Problem is, it's a 24-hour notice. Now, 24-hour notice for both guys. I give you that. But Bakoli wasn't training for a fight. He got on a plane. He flew over there, got off the plane, and got in the ring with Parker. So there is a way to look at Parker's career where you're like, last few wins. There is a way to look at it. But I think he's looked damn good either way. It don't matter perspective. I still think he's looked pretty damn good. I think he's improved with his new trainer. So I'm just saying I like where Parker is. But if he loses this fight, I think you go back and look at some of these fights and be like, well, what really were those performances at that point? What were the opponents at that point? I'm going to pick Parker to win, but I think it's a damn good matchup. I think people should get excited for matchup. The heavyweight division is the one division right now that just keeps delivering, right? And I think it's going to deliver again tonight. I give this the card. I don't care about the card. This is A- because that fight's that good. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry. It's an A-. I love that fight.
Listen, the card sucks. The main event is great. Like I said, this is a one-fight card. To me, this fight is an A+. This is one of the best heavyweight fights you can make.
What would you give the card?
On style and action, but the whole card is the F.
Well, see, here's the problem with that, right? Here's the problem I have with that. If I go to a Beatles concert, I've never been to a Beatles concert, but if I go to the Beatles concert, I don't say who's opening. I'm sorry, I don't ask who's opening the show. I don't say who's opening. It's all about the main event. That's where the meat and the bones are at, right? The meat and potatoes are right there. Meat and bones. I don't even think that's an expression. Meat and potatoes is right there. And this is a lot of meat. Light on the potatoes, a lot of meat. I'm just telling you that right now. It's what light on the potatoes, a lot of meat. This is a damn good fight. So I'm going to give it A-. You're right. The main event's an A+. The card's so bad, it brought it down to an A-.
Bro, you're really subscribing to the Bob Arum theory of undercards don't matter?
If the main event's good enough, I'll be honest with you, that's what you're showing up for. I like a good undercard. Of course, got the lost the whole thing.
People go to Coachella for more than the headliners.
You know what? That's not true, because it's the three big names is the ones you see, and then they scribble in those little names at the bottom that you're like, I never heard of this guy. There's a guy, it's funny because what happens with the Coachella is they give you three big names. It'll be like Taylor Swift, whatever nonsense, right? And then they say they give me a scribble in these little names, and I will know the guy. I'm like, oh wait, that guy. I think he grew up down the street from me. He started playing the banjo like 2 weeks ago, and that guy. And they'll be like, this is a new act. You got to see. So that's not true. That's not what they do. They just give you enough crap.
Hey,
right?
You know what's funny? One of those little names that was on Coachella before, Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, some of
now
them
one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Come on.
Hey, if you throw enough crap in there, some of it's going to come out, right? Some of it's going to be gold. I'm with you on that, right? But some of it's not. Most of those names you never see again. I got to be honest with you. It's the guy down the street that just learned to play the banjo. All right, let's keep it rolling.
All right, that's all we got for the EzRaw breakdown. What's your parlay for the day, Ezra? What's the raw hard cash? What do you got for the people?
Well, you know what's funny is that my EzRaw hard cash is still going from last week, because I got the Bills this week, so I still need the Bills to win this week to win for last week. I didn't realize the Bills had a bye week when I picked them. Okay, so still need the Bills to win this week. So we might double dip on this bad boy, because I'm looking pretty good. The Bills winning that game. But for the raw hard cash this week, I have simple one: Joseph Parker by points or decision at plus 190, and Boazzi money line at minus 650, and that is plus 234. Real simple one. Real easy. 2-leg parlay. Parker by points. Boazzi money line plus 234.
Matt, what do you got for
I'm
the people? How are you
confused.
making the money today?
Wait. I'm confused.
Which
You
part?
said that Wardley was gonna beat this guy. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that.
No, I didn't say that. I never said that. And I'm a bit consistent because last week, remember, I went on this whole thing with Wardley and showing you the chance he had. And then I said, but Parker's going to pull it out. But I'll tell you right now, maybe I'm one of the few guys. If Wardley knocks out Parker, I'm not going to be stunned because I've been telling guys how good Wardley is. He has obvious holes in his game, but he has stuff that's an eraser too. And he's athletic. And he can find shots that where you don't think they're there. He can do that. That's why he's been able to make this leap. This is a guy that got late to boxing. But the reason he's made that leap is because of his physical ability. So I'm saying I'm picking Parker. I'm going to trust the experience. I'm going to trust a guy that's been there. I'm going to trust a guy that could do more in the ring. But I'm not going to be stunned if Wardley catches him and takes him out of this fight.
Okay. All right. I think what the fans should do is they should do a nice little parlay. All right. Nice little parlay. You got Ezra Taylor versus Steve Woodall. Let's get Ezra Taylor on that parlay. All right. You got Royston Barty Smith versus Danny Quartermain. Let's get Royston Barty Smith because this card is a Queensberry special. It's just a bunch of no-hopers. Now, the main event of the evening, Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. I think you have to go with Joseph Parker by KO. 3 legs, plus 140. Good luck.
If he gets a KO, what round would you say is close to? Early, late, or is it just like, I guess it could come any moment. It's not like you don't think it's like wearing him down. Maybe it's just like too clean of a shot type of thing, right?
If he gets the KO, it's going to be round 7 through 9.
Okay. All right. Because I think honestly, I'll be honest with you, a KO could come from any of these guys at any moment because it could just be too clean of a shot that gets landed. I don't think it's a wear down.
I don't think a KO could come from Wardley at any moment.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to understand that Joseph Parker is a snake trauma, man. Like the herky-jerky motion, like the stuff that he does, the snake trauma. The stuff that he does in the ring prevents you from either throwing your shot when you want or landing it the way you want. And I think that's going to affect Wardley. Wardley doesn't have the experience in order to overcome that.
Huey, are you hearing what he's saying about Joseph Parker? He's what?
He was saying he was herky-jerky, and Wardley doesn't have the experience.
I get that part. What's that word? Oh, what's that word you keep saying right now?
I said a snake charmer.
Oh, a snake charmer. Okay. I didn't hear what you were saying. I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I didn't hear that word either.
It didn't make sense, right? Yeah, okay. I was just like, am I the only one not hearing this?
Beginning of it, so.
Yeah.
All right. So you both picking Parker. That's all we got for the bets this weekend. Unfortunately, it's a slow week. So Matt, we are moving on to booking the territory. I'm reading this here. I want you to introduce this one though, because I think you're going to do a better job of explaining what you're actually wanting to talk about here than me.
Oh, here's the thing. The zone. Today, we're going to enjoy Fabio Wardley versus Joseph Parker, but it's going to cost us $60 to enjoy it. 60 smackaroos. All right? And by the way, put the Cash App up there, Huey. Listen, I got to pay $60 to watch this to give you guys content. I need you guys to hit the Cash App. Put the Cash App up on the screen. Please, $ at your face. Support the program because it is very, very, very expensive to watch the boxing to bring you guys content. It really is. So here's the thing. The Zone, just about every good fight that they have coming up is pay-per-view. Even not so good fights like Eubank versus Ben Part 2, pay-per-view. The Benavidez card, pay-per-view. Okay, everything, pay-per-view. PBC, December 6th, pay-per-view. A lot of pay-per-views coming up. So I was thinking, are all of these pay-per-views worth it? So I wanted to introduce a new segment that I call "Fuck You, Pay Me." All right, where we look at one of these cards and we either say "Fuck you, you're not getting our money," or you know what? Yeah, pay me. We'll pay for it. It's pay-per-view worthy. All right. So we're gonna go through each of these cards, starting with today. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley, $59.99, $60. Is this a fuck you or a pay me kind of card, Ezra?
So, okay, just so maybe I just misunderstood. Which one is the one that says it's worth it to watch?
Pay me.
Pay me. Okay, this is a pay me. I'll be honest with you, it's a pay me.
No,
I can't complain.
No,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm a boxing fan. Like I'm just sorry. This fight is worth it to pay for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Matt, Ezra's the wrong person to ask for this. Ezra, what was the pay-per-view? What was the pay-per-view you bought twice after the main event got canceled?
Oh, I bought Corrales Castillo, and then the main event got canceled, and I just paid to watch $60 to watch Victor Archinian fight some guy. You know what I mean? That was the only fight. It wasn't. They didn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would do that. But I'll be honest with you.
The wrong guy to ask this question.
No. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? With this fight, the standard that we have, this is a pretty good fight. Like honestly, like I'm just saying right now, like I've got two heavyweights, they're two power punchers, two guys are gonna move around the ring. I'm saying I'm gonna pay for this one. I'm gonna pay for it. So I think I'm okay paying for this one. I feel like my money's being spent well.
Did we lose Matt?
Or is he so stunned that I said this was worth it to be paid for?
He might be shocked.
That's
you
crazy.
Might be shocked.
That's crazy to me. Like, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a little distracted because FanDuel just bet me over and fucked me on one of my bets.
Jesus. You know, we got family listens to this show. You know what I mean? I get you. You know, I get you trying to express yourself, but goodness gracious.
I put in a bet. I won the bet, but my payout is $0.
Why is that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right, relax. I'm sure they'll fix it. Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
Matt, what's the next fight for Ezra to grade?
This guy is, the problem is, can I tell you what the problem is? Is that why is he even on this app?
You know what? Here's the thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the show over to the listeners right now while Matt's busy. By request of our guy Bandalorian, he wants you to tell us what is tomorrow today for Wardley Parker.
If Parker wins, today is Parker brings everything to the table that Usyk hasn't seen in a while. Right, we think we know how good Usyk is, but Usyk has also been fighting bigger guys that he has a speed and athleticism advantage against. Against Parker, that becomes a little bit more 50-50, right? As far as like this guy could do stuff in the ring to match some of the spryness of Usyk. So I think that becomes a more interesting matchup. I think people will start talking about that fight like, you know what, this is going to be a really, really tough fight for Usyk. This is the fight we're really going to find out what he is in the heavyweight division. So I think that's what that becomes if Parker wins today. Because Parker, like I said, has been on a run. He's got names. If no one's earned this fight, I want you to know that Parker got screwed over in that Dubois fight. That Dubois situation, Parker was screwed over. They took Dubois out of the fight in 24-hour notice and gave him an Usyk fight and put him in with Bakoli. Now, I said Bakoli got off the plane, right? Bakoli got off the plane and got in there, so it's disadvantage on both ends. But it goes a big difference from saying you find the ball to now you're fighting Bakoli, okay, on 24-hour notice, and he knocks him out cold. No one's earned the shot more than Parker's earned the shot against Usyk, and if he wins tonight, that just more on this case. So I think that people are going to talk themselves into this fight being, and I know someone said more challenging, not 50-50. I think people talk themselves into this saying, hey, this is probably a 50-50 fight. That's to be the truth of it, okay? I think that they will. Now, if Wardley wins, we're going to talk about a guy that is going to have some real star power, I think, in my opinion, in the UK, that he's going to get some buzz. And that people are going to talk about a guy who has great athleticism, great power, but Usyk is going to outbox. I don't think anyone's going to say, oh, yeah, well, he's going to bring us to Usyk. I think people say he won. Maybe he just exposed what Joseph Parker was, but he's going to get outboxed by Usyk. I think that's what tomorrow today is. I don't think there's the same excitement that if Parker wins, that there is a Wardley wins about a potential matchup with Usyk.
Wait. So you're saying that there's more excitement if Wardley wins?
What's that?
Even though Joseph Parker, you're saying that there's more excitement if Wardley wins, even though
No,
Joseph
more
Parker
excitement
has
if
run the
Parker wins.
gauntlet?
No, more excitement if Parker wins.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
Matt, you want to add anything on this, or is this Ezra's segment?
No, that's a segment. But
All right.
yeah. Let's get to the next fight. We know what pay-per-views are coming up. Why'd you guys have to stop the show? Y'all didn't need me to know what pay-per-views are coming up.
I just don't like that I don't like that you're not focused on what we're doing here. So to me, I'm like a general, right? I feel like when they go to things like we have a goal here. Nothing else matters. Not your girlfriend at home, not your family, not your dog. Nothing else matters, and not even your cat Chico, right? We got a goal, and we got to execute that goal. That's I'm more of a general mentality. This is the only thing here. I remember with the part with Fury where Brad Pitt says, "All I know is this tank." You know what I mean? Like, that's all he knows. This is my home now. I don't have a home anywhere else. This is my home, that tank. And that's what I feel about this show.
You said what does Tank? Like Tank Davis?
So the thing is that what I do is I come out here, I give 110%. I give good takes, and then you just step on them like that, or I give you a good moment and you just step on it like that. Let's keep it going.
So here's the thing, Matt. When you say I know what the pay-per-views are, I didn't know today's fight was a pay-per-view. So I actually don't.
Hey, listen, you're saying a lot about yourself right now, Huey.
Well, I will say this. My brother Richard called me yesterday, and he said, "Oh, that fight's gonna be good tomorrow." He's gonna be very disappointed when he wakes up and realizes he has to pay for this on DAZN. Because he's thinking this is free.
I'm watching the prelims on YouTube. I was gonna go over to DAZN, and when I saw I had to pay for it, I was gonna turn DAZN off.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, my brother is gonna call me in a rage when he says I have to pay for this. He is gonna be pissed. But
that's what happened.
Yeah. All right, let's get the next one, Matt.
All right, we got November 22, Benavidez versus Yarde. We know the rest of the card. I think that's an obvious, yeah.
Yeah, pay me. That's an obvious one. That's a good card.
Au contraire, mon frère. I think it's an obvious fuck you.
What are we doing? Or tell me why. Explain.
Because Turkey Al-Sheikh said it was going to be free.
I get you. Listen, 100%.
Listen, don't promise me something and then do a bait and switch. I don't like that.
I'm with you on that. But I still think it's worth it to buy. I got to be honest.
The card is definitely worth it to buy. But the man said it was going to be free, Ezra.
He did. He said it was going to be free. He said pay-per-views were dead. He said that, and the people thanked him. The people got on Twitter and they said, this guy right here should win a Nobel Peace Prize. They said this guy right here just changed the way boxing will ever be watched again. But this isn't even the worst time he's done that. That's the funny part to me. This is not the first time he's done this. And it's not the worst time he's done this. He separated a card and made the undercard pay-per-view and then announced that, never mind, the undercard will be free, to only when you go on the day of them announce that it's actually pay-per-view. My bad, I was lying to you. And it wasn't the main event. The main event wasn't included in the price. So I'm sorry, there's no shock to me. There's no, oh my, I can't believe he's doing this. He's already done it. Okay, now this is, here's the thing with Belichick used to say, he said, like, you got to play the DBs aggressive to start the game, right? Get a few penalties. Because once you set that tone, the refs decide, hey, I can't throw penalties all day. So this is just basically the way we're going to play today, right? You set that tone early. This is what Turkey did. He set that tone early. He said, I'm going to lie to you and I'm going to charge you early to the point to where you're not even surprised when I do it again. That's the point where I'm at. I can't throw penalties all day. And I'm not surprised where we're at.
And it's a shame that you're so willing to accept that.
I am.
It really is a shame.
Pay me.
One of the fights that we skipped over, Eubank versus Ben Part 2. Another $59.99 pay-per-view.
And I'm not going to cuss. I got family that watches this show. You know me. I'm not much of a cusser. F you. I got to tell you right now. Like, there's no way that I'm not paying. That fight is not worth the pay. I love the first one. I think the second one's going to, like I said, I think it's going to be a bad sequel. I don't think that's worth the money.
Okay. We got December 6th. Roach versus Pitbull. Janabek versus Lara. Potentially, all right, versus Foster. What say you, Ezra?
Pay me. Come on, man. That's worth every cent. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of guys gonna be here like, oh, that's not a good fight. Why are we paying for this? You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's what the sport you're watching. The fact to me that you're watching boxing and you're still stunned that we have to pay for stuff. At least if we get good stuff, we should be happy to pay for it. That's good stuff right there. That is good stuff right there.
All right. December 13th, Derek Chisora, possibly versus Dillian White Part 3. Another $59.99 pay-per-view.
Nah, man. I tell you. And you know what? And Huey, what did we say? Well, I buy everything, right? I won't be buying that. I won't be buying that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'll be watching that on Twitter highlights. I'll be watching that on the Twitter, going down looking at the For Me page. I will not be paying for that. Is that real? I never heard of that. Is that real?
Yeah. Remember? Did you forget that was when Itauma was supposed to fight? It's supposed to be a doubleheader. Dillian, Derek Chisora and Moses Itauma in the doubleheader. Now Itauma's off the card possibly, and Chisora still doesn't have an opponent. They're talking about doing the third Dillian White fight.
Oh my god! But Dillian White just got destroyed. Like, what the hell? Like, what's the turnaround on that? That doesn't even make sense. You know? Okay. Yeah. No, that's not. Hell no. Sorry.
You're not a Dillian White guy.
I'm more. I don't mind Dillian White. I'm not one of the. There's a lot of Dillian White haters on that. I don't think I'm at that level. But I think at this point, him and Chisora, I don't. Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm not a Dillian White Chisora at this point of the career guy. I'll tell you that.
Am I a Dillian White hater?
I think so.
You're right. I can't even argue. You're right.
Next one.
That's it.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's it.
We did have a question on an EzRaw breakdown and report card for another event that we did miss. Trill wants to know cash money or no limit, Ezra, and what's your favorite Silk the Shockaverse?
I don't even know. I got to be honest with you. I'm stumped.
All right,
stumped.
Matt,
I do.
Tonight. Cash
Can
money.
I be honest with you? But there is a segment that I do want to do, right? That I do this because I do listen to rap, but I'm not like, man, when you guys talk rap, you guys know all this stuff, and you guys go to history, and then this guy screwed over this guy. I don't know any of that. What I do want to do is go back and listen to all the great albums that I'm told to listen to, right? Like, you got to listen to this one. And I want to give a review today, from my point of view today, of that music, and be like, oh, you know what? I like this album. I like this song. I like this. I think that there's something there. Because coming from me, and this is like me starting when Matt was a kid, barely listening to albums and stuff like that. That's literally where my perspective is.
So brunchboxingqa@gmail.com. Email your album suggestions to us, and we'll have Ezra do this live on the show.
But what classic albums haven't you heard already, Ezra?
So I've listened to like classic albums, right? But like, you got to remember, a lot of times when I really got into music, it was like LimeWire at that point. So I was already kind of like missed the album part.
Singles.
Yeah, so just like kind of singles. I would just take this and then whatever I found.
So you've never listened to Illmatic?
I have. I've listened to that one. I've listened to Illmatic.
Have you listened to Ready to Die?
No, not the full thing all the way through.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. No, email your suggestions to brunchboxingqa@gmail.com. We're gonna have a space about this later.
Yeah, let's pick an album for this week. I'll listen to one this week.
What the fuck?
I think you just said it. Ready to Die.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Matt. I know it's gonna be tough, but we got to get on to the show here. So moving on with booking the territory. Guy's not on the Hall of Fame ballot.
Yeah. So we were discussing the Hall of Fame recently, and there's a lot of guys that I think probably deserve to be in the Hall of Fame that are not even on the ballot. And namely my guy, Jose Luis Castillo. Okay? To me, he's a Hall of Famer. But yet, he's not even on the fucking ballot. So I wanted to put together a list of guys who are not on the ballot that deserve to be on the ballot because they should be up for discussion for the Hall of Fame. Do you get the premise?
Yes.
All right. So for me, top of the list is Jose Luis Castillo.
Okay.
I personally think he's a Hall of Famer. It's a shame to me that he's not even on the ballot. What are your thoughts on Jose Luis Castillo?
I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's also, he's also gave us probably one of the greatest fights of all time, right? So I think that there also that holds value now. As more I've been thinking about the Hall of Fame, I think there's value in like legendary performances that we talk about in boxing, right? And we have to talk about, and he's put himself in there with Corrales. Career work is worth it. That performance is worth it. I think he should be a Hall of Famer.
Now, another guy who's not on the ballot that my guy Cliff Roll thinks should be on the ballot, Sumbu Kalambe. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna leave that to your expertise.
Oh, come on, man. All right. Another guy who's not on the
Wait, do you
ballot,
agree
who I
with
think
him?
needs
Should
to
he
be
be
on
on
the
the
ballot.
ballot, or should he be a Hall of
Well,
Famer?
this is my list. This is my list.
Okay. So you're saying every one of these guys you feel like should be Hall of Famer? Yes. Got it.
Everyone, no. Everyone that's on this list should be on the ballot at the
Should
very
he be a
least.
Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, next up on the list, we have Marlon Starlin. Thoughts?
You do it. You once again. I'll leave this to you.
Well, you can't leave it to me because I'm.
Well, tell me if I get you think they should be on the list. I'm saying should they be Hall of Famers though?
I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but he should be on the list. He was
All right.
welterweight champion twice.
Why do you think he's not on the list? Why do you think that with some of the names we have that he would not make the list?
So here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue how the Hall of Fame decides on who's on the ballot. So I couldn't answer that.
Okay.
Because to me, there's like no real rhyme or reason.
Okay.
The guy was 45-6 with 27 knockouts and a draw. He was a WBC welterweight champion. Okay. He was also a WBA welterweight champion. He has wins over Mark Breland. He got a win over Lloyd Honeyghan. You know, guys like that. He's been in very good fights. He's fought Donald Curry a couple times. He's fought Floyd Mayweather Sr., Lupe Aquino. He beat Simon Brown. You know, so like he warrants discussion. So whether or not he should be in the Hall of Fame, we'll leave that to
just
the
should
voters.
be considered. Definitely.
Yeah, but he should be on the ballot so that people could actually look at his case.
Okay.
And I'm starting to realize that a lot of these names you're not going to know.
I'm not gonna know. That's what
but you said that you were a boxing guy.
I grew up watching boxing.
Hey, Matt, if we go through a few more of these that Ezra's not able to provide some feedback on, and this might actually be a solo video idea for you that we just post on the page.
Okay. All right.
See? Good idea came from this.
Now, we also have Rosendo Alvarez.
I seen that. That's one Lord put up there, Rosendo Alvarez. Should he be a Hall of Famer?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, so just be considered.
But he should be considered.
Okay.
He should be considered. Like, I know a lot of people, and I'm not one of those who, while I respect the lower weight classes, I don't overrate the lower weight classes.
Okay.
I don't say just because you were the lower weight that you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame and all this other stuff. I don't do that. He is the guy, Finito Lopez, right?
Yes.
He's like, I think like 51, 0-1. He's the one. He's the draw.
I seen that fight when we were doing our list before for like the top guys each weight class.
Yeah. So all right. Okay. Up next, and I know you're gonna know him, the Punisher, Paul Williams. How is he not on the ballot?
I understand on the ballot. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm okay with him on the ballot.
You don't think he has a case for the Hall of Fame at all?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. All right. What would you say is his best win?
Paul Williams' best win. Shit, I don't know. Martinez.
Because I just want to point out, all right? I just want to point this out because you said, he's definitely not a Hall of Famer. He has wins over Sergio Martinez.
Yeah, that's his best win.
Hold on. I got you. Sean Bay Mitchell.
That's a good win.
Antonio Margarito,
Good win.
Carlos Quintana,
Okay, win. No, I mean that's
Winky Wright.
at what point?
It's a good.
No, the Winky Wright win was a
Well,
big
if you're
win.
gonna ask at one point about that, then I mean, like, I know it was a close fight, but I think a lot of people thought Martinez won that fight too.
Which
The
one?
Winky Wright win. The Winky Wright win was right after he fought Hopkins. After
Yeah,
Winky
I
fought
think the
Hopkins.
Winky win is good.
Yeah, I know, but okay, I get you. That's a good one, I guess.
The Carlos Quintana one is the one where you can kind of like sign.
Yeah,
up.
Carlos Quintana, I don't think that's like that great win. I didn't even think it belonged on the list. I think the Martinez one to me is his big win.
He also has a win
Martinez is
over,
definitely on his like that's his best, definitely. His best
Margarito too.
That's the best opponent he beat, I feel like.
he also has a win over Verno Phillips.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is like a good career. This is like we could get a lot of guys that have like
Verno
good careers
Phillips,
like this.
former champion, and was just coming off of beating Corey Spinks for the IBF junior middleweight title.
I think that you could get a lot of a good career. Like this is a good career. I'm not knowing down the opponents had a good career. I just don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I think if he could have stayed at the top of stayed as like a champ in middleweight a little longer, he might have had a better case for it.
Probably came down to
no.
that rematch with Martinez.
Well, he was never middleweight champion.
Or I mean 154.
154.
Well, I meant 154, junior middleweight, my bad.
Yeah, middleweight is where he got cleaned up.
Yeah, if he could have stayed there and then had more success after he moved up, that's where I think he would have been like had a strong case. But other with that, I agree with EzRaw. It's a really good career. There's a lot to speak positively about, but I don't know that it gets him into the Hall.
There was a fight that was going to happen before the accident happened. Was he was going to fight Canelo Alvarez?
Canelo.
How do you think that fight would have won, Matt?
I think he could have beat Canelo.
At that point, no one. I don't think anyone really. I think that people saw problems at the back end of it at that point, but I think that would have been a good fight.
I was very excited about that fight.
Yeah,
that was one of those fights where I didn't think it was going to go the way people thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that.
Next name up on the list, Vic Darchinyan.
I think Darchinyan's a Hall of Famer.
How is he not on the fucking ballot?
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think Darchinyan, should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I agree.
And I once paid $60 to watch him fight. Just his fight.
Another name on the list, Johnny Gonzalez.
Well, you think he should be a Hall of Famer?
Oh,
Johnny Gonzalez had a good long career.
I don't know if he breaks the threshold of getting in, but I think he should be on the ballot for sure. He should be in consideration.
He has a long duration of a career. I don't know if he has enough of like the highlights to get him over the top, but he's been both boxing for basically all the time I was watching boxing. So yeah.
Two-time champion. He beat Abner Mares.
Remember, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a 24/7 with Canelo watching that fight when he knocked out Abner Mares, and he said he could have broke his jaw. I never forgot that. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I think knocking out Abner Mares in the first round is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. He also beat Jorge Arce.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, he has a career. He should be considered 100% considered.
I gotta tell you, he might be a Hall of Famer. He got wins over Too Sharp Johnson, Fernando Montiel. He might be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Johnny Gonzalez is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Matt, you convinced me.
All right, next name, someone we just mentioned, Fernando Montiel, also not on the ballot.
Should be considered. I think that
Definitely should be considered.
I think Montiel's coming up short against Donaire, I think is what's gonna hold him back.
Coming up short against the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, because I think that would have been the fight to been like solidify him. To be like, this is the guy.
Well, he did beat Donaire. It was just his brother.
Donaire.
Yeah, he beat the older Donaire brother.
He did beat Pacquiao, which is Bobby.
Yeah. All right, how about Masamura Tokoyama?
So you tell me.
Obviously, I think it needs to be in the ballot.
Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Make a case.
Depends on how you feel about these low weight classes.
All right. Lord, I see you in the comments. Should he be a Hall of Famer?
Another name not on the ballot, who should be on the ballot, Bad Chad Dawson.
Not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
Explain.
He was a champ. He was the guy in that weight class. He beat
He was the champ.
Yeah, I know. He beat Hopkins. That's his highlight. I think that like there's certain guys that get to certain points in their career where it's like this is the moment you're gonna find out who they are, and this will kind of like solidify them in certain things. I think the Andre Ward fight is that fight for him. I think that.
But how is that fight when he had to go down to 168?
No, I get that. Sometimes it's not fair, or
no.
It is what it is. What does it matter? Like, here's the thing. I'm with you. I think that deserves an asterisk. Whatever it is, I get you. But it happened, and that was the fight to be like, who's the guy, right? And maybe it's not fair because Andre Ward's an all-time great. But that was the fight to that. And then I don't think he has the win to get above that. I just don't. I don't think he has the win to say, hey, this is the guy that the Hall of Fame. I don't think he has enough of those. I think that he was a champ. He beat Hopkins. I get him that. But I don't think
Bro,
okay,
well,
here's
Hopkins.
this. Question.
He beat Tarver twice. He
Jermaine
beat
Taylor,
Tomas Adamek.
Jermaine Taylor, Hall of Famer to you?
No.
Then we're talking about almost a similar career.
No, bro. He also beat Tarver twice. What are we talking about?
Okay, all right.
And he beat Tomas Adamek.
I get you. Thomas Adamek was good. People forget how good Thomas Adamek was. But like
I didn't forget. That's why
I know. That's what I'm saying. People forget about that name. Like I said, I think he's a good, very good career. Should be considered. I just don't think he's all.
He beat Glenn Johnson twice.
I get you. I don't think that was the same Glenn Johnson, but let's keep it rolling.
Oh, well, hold on. What do you think Glenn Johnson is?
Bro, Glenn Johnson hit a hot streak there. After he knocked out Hopkins and then went to Tarver, that was a different animal at that point. He had figured something out in his career. He had come into his own.
I just want to point out. He beat. Who is this? Montel Griffin before he lost to Chad Dawson. He also beat Yusuf Mack. Guys, never Google Yusuf Mack. Just trust you on that one.
Okay, I'm just curious. Wait, hold on. Something will add up what you just said right now. You said he beat Montel Griffin before he fought Chad Dawson, right? Chad Dawson, not Chad Ochocinco. Yeah, no, Chad Dawson. Who the hell was Montel Griffin at that point? Montel Griffin's at the end of his career. I don't understand. You just threw a name there that was just relevant at one point?
Montel Griffin is always relevant.
Wait, no. I want to know the bullcrap you just trying to pull right now. I think that was disrespectful to me. I got to be honest with you. That was disrespectful to me, what you just trying to do right now. And I take it as disrespect. I understand that you're going to say some names that I don't know. I'll be honest with you, right? You say some names, I'm going to be 100%. I'm going to give you, I'm not a guy that lie and be like, oh, I think I know this guy. I'll tell you, I don't know who that guy is, right? But don't try to tell me Montel Griffin when Glenn Johnson fought him, like that was a relevant name at that point. Okay, don't pull a book up like that just because I know the name. I'm going to back away. Go ahead.
Montel Griffin is always relevant.
Bro, that's disrespectful. I gotta be honest with you. That was disrespectful what you try to pull there. All right, go ahead.
Another name not on the list. Superman, Adonis Stevenson.
He needed the Kovalev fight.
No, he did.
He did. He needed the Kovalev fight.
So how come people consider Kovalev maybe a Hall of Famer?
He's not a Hall of Famer either. He's not a Hall of Famer. There's two guys that need each other. One dude that figured it out.
I guarantee you, Kovalev. I know these boxing writers.
Well, maybe
he's gonna get on the ballot. He's gonna get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, maybe, but that's because the people voting on him mostly for a good majority of them
racist.
Yeah, racist.
They're racist. Just say it. They're racist.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. I'm with you on that. But they're both not Hall of Famers in my book. Okay, they're just both not Hall of Famers. They don't have enough.
So it doesn't matter to you that he was the lineal light heavyweight champion for 5 full years.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm going to base it off your wins. I'm gonna base it off your wins. I'm gonna stay consistent with that. We could do it, but if you start doing with the Lino and all that stuff,
For
and
5 years, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you go to divisions or you go runs. Like I said, runs and stuff like that. I'm with you on that. There was a guy that was supposed to fight. Maybe not his fault, but there was a match that was supposed to happen. That would have told me who the Hall of Famer was there. It didn't happen. What to me wasn't enough meat on the bone, enough meat and potatoes.
Wow. That's
But they're both not. But make it clear to me, Kovalev's not a Hall of Famer either.
He beat Dawson.
Yep.
He beat Bellew. He beat Tony Bellew.
Yep. Tony Bellew's good. I mean, he's a good fighter.
He beat Tavares Cloud.
Good fighter at one point.
Psycho Bika.
Good fighter. Sakio. Is it a Sakio?
Sakio Bika.
Yeah.
Top Dog Williams.
We're losing.
Fonfara twice.
Yep. We're losing me. You know, Fonfara's biggest win was Chavez.
Yeah.
Oh.
He also beat Darnell Boone, who beat him earlier in his career.
We're losing me.
Are you familiar with Darnell Boone?
I'm very familiar with Darnell Boone. Don't disrespect me. I'll tell you that
The
right now.
knockdown king. The knockdown king, Darnell Boone. All right. Another name, not on the ballot. Hozumi Hasegawa.
You tell me.
Not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Another guy, Abner Mares.
Abner Mares is not a Hall of Famer. Should be considered. I'm okay with that. Should be looked at. I'm okay with that. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Why is he not a Hall of Famer?
I don't think he has the wins.
Because he got knocked out by Johnny Gonzalez in the first round?
No, I mean, like, I mean, that'll help his case, right? But I mean, what are his wins, right? He came up short. If I'm remembering correctly, he came up short against Leo Santa Cruz twice, right?
Yep.
Okay. He loses to Johnny Gonzalez. We have that one. He does beat Frampton. Right or wrong there?
He never
He's
fought
one of
Frampton.
the UK guys.
You never fight Frampton?
No, you're thinking of Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz for
Santa
Frampton.
Cruz beat Frampton. Yes. Okay, so what wins am I missing? He won that tournament, right? He wins that tournament with on Showtime, correct?
What are you talking about?
They had the tournament that way.
It was like four guys, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. It wasn't like an official like Super 6 type tournament or anything like that where they had it, but they had him like a pseudo tournament. I remember that.
Listen, and I know he comes out on top of there. I don't think he has enough wins.
He beat Joseph Bebeco twice. He beat Bebeco twice.
Yes. Yeah, that's a tournament. He beats Virginia. You know what?
He beat. Hold on. He also beat Ansel Moreno.
Yeah.
He beat Ponce de Leon.
You know what? He should definitely be considered. He's borderline. What was Gray saying? He was like a C or whatever. He might be a C. He should be like borderline. He's borderline.
He beat Jesus. He beat Jesus Cuellar. That meant something. I don't know, man. I would at least put him up in consideration.
He should be in consideration over some of the other names that you.
Another guy where the Santa Cruz fight, I think, gets him in. I think the Santa Cruz win gets him in. So another guy where he's right on the borderline, Santa Cruz makes him a lock.
Honestly, so if he wins against Santa Cruz or wins against Johnny Gonzalez, you have a stronger case.
Yeah, I think that's the lock. I think that's what puts him in. I think he's definitely borderline, but you need that win. Like I'm saying, a lot of guys' careers come down to like really like a one fight. Like this is the one that's gonna, like okay, right here, right? Look at Spence. Now I think Spence is a borderline Hall of Famer, right? Borderline. If he beats Crawford, it's not even a conversation, right? That fight his career came down to this fight. I think it came down to
Santa Cruz. But he already beat Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Cal Brook. He should already be in.
I'd say borderline. I'm saying I'd say borderline.
That makes no sense to me, but okay.
All right.
Next name on the list, Daniel Ponce de Leon.
Not a Hall of Famer in my book.
Wow.
He, I mean, Johnny Gonzalez, to me, had a better career than Ponce de Leon.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And the Johnny
Should
Gonzalez was like,
Ponzinibbio be on the ballot?
no. I have no problem with not being on the ballot. I'll put it that way. You think I'm crazy?
Oh my God! Is this because he was born in Mexico?
No, I had Johnny Gonzalez in the Hall of Fame. What's your problem?
All right. Last name on the list: Celestino Caballero.
You tell me.
Come on, you know him.
Let me take a look.
What was that
What
last
was
name,
wrong
Matt?
with you? You know him.
Let me see.
Matt,
I don't know. Maybe you're
Matt,
saying
hold on. You what was that last name?
Is he going to pronounce it again?
I love that
I
you
don't think
say
so.
you're gonna look it up. Can you even spell it? Is the
Bro,
question.
I'll be honest with you. I am struggling right now. I'm like, how do I spell this?
I was like, wait, can you even spell it?
I think I'll get close enough where Google will know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Caballero, Ezra.
Oh, bro. Yeah, this isn't even. Wait, how do you spell it? Bro, want to know something
Celestino.
funny? Bro, no.
Celestino
Want to know something
Caballero.
funny? I spelled this last name so wrong. They show me they gamble. They showed me the Galaxy Warrior. Oh my God. How do you spell his last name?
Caballero.
Oh, I wasn't that far off. What's going on here? Oh, that is funny, man. Bro, I got to be honest with you.
You don't know him?
This is not ringing any bells.
Oh wow. Well, he beat Ponce de Leon.
Probably why I don't think Ponce de Leon's Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he beat Somsack. I'm not trying to pronounce that last name.
Should I give it a shot? I'm looking at it right now.
Do it.
Sith Chow Shawal?
Lord's gonna tell you later. Lord and Vivi will
Vivi.
tell you later whether or not you were right.
Lost a split decision to Jason Litzau. I believe I saw this fight. Whatever happened to Jason Litzau?
I don't know.
Friday Night
Where
Fights.
are they now?
All right.
All right, that was the last name on the list.
All right.
So out of all those guys, you think about 3 or 4 don't belong on the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of all those guys, I think we came out to what? Well, me personally, like 2 are Hall of Famers. Should be Hall of Famers.
Okay.
And then I think you had like 4 that should be Hall of Famers.
All right. Well, just make sure you make the graphic so we can throw it to the people.
Gotcha.
All right, on the quick hits, the final segment of the day. We got William Skull set to return into action against Jacob Bank in January. Are you looking forward to seeing William Skull back in the ring?
Why are we ending the show on this?
We're not ending the show on this. We got one more.
Oh, okay. No.
That was pretty rude.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just the rundown. I'm like, why would we go through this whole thing and then we say a William Skull? It's like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. And nothing against William Skull. Like William Skull's a guy. He trained. He takes boxing seriously and all that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. He got your chance, right? And here's the problem I have.
He beat Canelo.
He did it. Not even close, right? Not even close, right? Not even close. But here's the thing, right? Like for me, I just don't understand the mentality sometimes of boxers. If you're William Skull, right, your team, you got to tell him you are never, ever, ever going to get this chance again. You will never, ever see an opportunity like this again. Now, I know you like to move around the ring. I know that, but you better take some chances in this fight because we have nothing to go home to. This is the fight. This is your moment. There's nothing we build up to this. You will never be here again. This is the moment to find out who you are and what you can be in the sport. This is your moment against you. Every day, you went to the gym. Every day, you trained, you sweat, you made sacrifices every day to get in the ring with a guy like him. That's him. That's the opportunity. And you can either kick the door in or you can ring the doorbell and hope someone answers. And he rang the doorbell and waited politely and hoped someone answered. You got to kick the door in. I'm sorry. I'm not saying to fight in some way that you don't fight, but I'm saying to show some aggression, to show something that says, hey, I'm winning this fight. I'm making it clear this is my fight. This is my opportunity. I'm gonna take some chances. You get knocked out. You get knocked out. That's fine. But this is why we're here. This is the whole moment of your life you wanted to be, that you waited on the door and waited politely. And I'm sorry, that's what he did. And for that, I don't have excitement for his career. I think that was the excitement for his career, and it wasn't exciting. Okay, it wasn't exciting.
Beat Canelo.
He didn't beat Canelo. Okay, he didn't beat Canelo, and it's not because I say you got to beat the champ. It's because the guy didn't throw any damn punches. Okay, at least Canelo was working.
He threw more punches than Canelo.
Bro, he wasn't throwing punches with conviction. He wasn't sitting on stuff. He was letting Canelo. He was avoiding a fight. That's the truth of it. And I think that sometimes people think that you go like it. There's a lot of guys. I'm telling you right now. There's a lot of guys in a lot of gyms. They can move around the ring pretty damn well, but cannot generate any offense off of it. They can just move around the ring, and they do it, and they'll go and sparring, and they'll just move around the ring. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I was that guy. I could just move. I don't have to. I would avoid fights sometimes. If the guy was outmatched me, I would just move and avoid danger. That's what he did. He avoided danger. That's not what you do in that situation. He did not win that fight. There's no way you could score the fight for him. It wasn't a close fight. It was Canelo all the way, because at least Canelo will put something in there. Now, could Canelo find him the whole night? No, he couldn't. I'll give you that. We all saw that. But he did enough to win the fight. He did enough to say, hey, this guy's not trying to attempt to win the fight. And I think that was a shame of his career. And I think that's what he's going to be remembered for. And I don't think he's going to play a key factor at any point of boxing going forward in that division.
Well, I think that this is a great fight. I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm a big fan of Jacob Bank out of Denmark. Undefeated guy. I think he's like 17-0 with 9 KOs. I'm looking to see what he can do at the championship level. So I think this is a great fight for both guys.
All right.
All right. And then lastly here, earlier this week on Thursday, we saw Joshua Pagan defeat Malik Montgomery. Also on the card, Sharetta Metcalf defeated Crystal Rosado. Matt, what are your thoughts on the card, if you have any?
First of all, the streak is over. The streak is over.
It was a hell of a streak.
The streak is over.
It was better than Goldberg's.
It was a damn good fight, though. It was a damn good fight. I don't know if you actually saw the fight between Malik Montgomery and Joshua Pagan, but that was a damn good fight. And shout out to Chicken Metcalf, man.
I was watching the football game, and then when I went to turn it on, it literally just ended.
Yeah, I didn't like the stoppage either, by the way. But anyway, that's besides the
point.
When
was this fight? When did this fight happen?
Thursday in Puerto Rico.
Okay, all right.
On the 23rd.
All right.
So I'm guessing you didn't watch it.
No, but are you sure that Metcalf was on this card? She wasn't on a card previous?
No, she was on the MVP card.
Yeah, that was a different card. I'm just looping it all together.
It was two, okay, exactly. It's two different cards.
These are two separate cards.
Yeah. Let's see, Matt, did you watch it? But here's the thing. I saw the Metcalf one. People were telling me that was controversial. My dad, who saw it, I was talking about it. He said he thought she boxed pretty damn well. So I don't know. He said she kept out of range the whole night. So
it wasn't controversial. I thought Metcalf won. I thought she
that's my dad said too.
I thought she won clearly also. But
yeah, that's my dad said too. But people are saying
here's the thing. The reason why it's controversial to some people is because Crystal Rosado is Amanda Serrano's hand-chosen fighter.
Oh, okay.
And they're trying to turn her into something. Rosado actually got a draw that she didn't deserve in one of her fights.
Well, then, just a quick point, because I see people saying, "Oh, well, of course, the MVP fighter, whatever." Well, then it seems like the other one would be the one that they would try to push more, right?
Yeah, but they don't know that because they don't know women's boxing. That's what they don't. Okay. A lot of these guys, they don't actually follow the sport of women's boxing. They just assume because it's in Texas and that Sharetta Metcalf is from Dallas, Texas, that, they must be on her side. No. This was in South Padre, motherfucker. All right? It's not a lot of blacks there. All right? And also, this is MVP, hand-chosen fighter.
Yeah. So,
and if MVP and the powers that be was really behind Sharetta Metcalf, then how did she get dropped from the IBF rankings after she lost her title completely?
Exactly. So that's why I
never hear that.
When people are like, "Oh, they did this," I was like, "You really think they did all that for Sharetta Metcalf?" Like, come on, what are we doing
here? All right, that's what we got for the rundown. Matt, Ezra, we'll tell the people what you got for them to look forward to this week, and let's close out the show.
Matt, have you tried any of those training videos that I did?
I did watch your training videos.
Okay.
I was not impressed.
Now, what didn't impress
I
you?
gotta tell you, you're slow. You're very slow. You're very slow. Like Jesus.
I think I have deceptive speed.
No, no.
Bro, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, when you're standing in 12 by 12 with me, bro, there's deceptive speed in there.
You are what I would call a palooka.
Really?
Yeah, you're a palooka.
That's what they called Bruce Willis in
You're a palooka.
Pulp Fiction. That's what you're looking at, palooka.
If you were about to fight Tyson Fury, he would call you a big stiff idiot.
Now, saying all that, right, disrespecting something I worked on for a long time, would you say that these videos may be helpful to a guy that someone even at my level could do it? That someone like that could maybe
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna start following your training videos, and I'm gonna start doing some boxing workouts because that's what you are. You're boxer size.
I'm trying to be.
You're not really boxing. That is boxing exercise that you're doing. You're boxer size.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the next Billy Banks.
No, you're trying to be the next. Who's the trainer for Fury? Used to be Fury.
Oh, what the hell's his name?
Ben Davidson.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. And I know whatever however you feel about my skill and my ability, let me tell you something right now. That is gonna add to your game. If you add those moves to your game, it's gonna add.
That is true.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna add.
But I will say, I'm not sure that you beat Andrew Tate.
Oh, yeah, never mind. But that's fine. But maybe one day that will be we'll find that.
And I'm not sure that you beat Saul Poppy either.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm telling you. But can I tell you this right now? When I tell people they don't know what they're looking at, this is what I'm telling you right now. I don't know what you're looking at. I'll tell you that right now. Those body shots right there that I was landing, bro, I'm surprised the bag didn't break in half. I got to be honest with you. I was just worried about the bag.
What's thing for us?
We got Aaron joining the show again.
Oh, Aaron the plumber?
You got for Aaron the plumber because look, you get a devastating knockout because he keep his head in the air, his chin in the air. So once you hit the uppercut, knock him out, you can get the buzz. You need to highlight knockout first.
That's what I need. And did you see me the timing of that uppercut that I was doing? See, if I let out Aaron the plumber, it's over.
Listen, man,
it's over.
Like Charlie hit my man J Rock with. Remember?
Yep. That's what I'm telling you. It's over.
Yeah.
See,
hey, listen, I'm hoping, EzRaw. I'm hoping that you can get yourself back into fighting shape because I would love to see you fight Andrew Tate.
I want that fight.
Why don't you make a fight poster
for me and Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm afraid if I post
Chase
it,
Demore.
Huh?
Or you and Chase Demore.
Yeah, I want Chase Demore. Chase Demore has the belt.
Hey, Hugh, you heard we stood up and down in space? You weren't there. Y'all wasn't there.
Chase Demore's a friend of the show. Make one for Andrew Tate.
Wait, Chase Demore's a friend of the show?
Yeah.
Hey, Huey,
when
you get a chance. My bad, man.
There was one time that I posted. Remember when Chase Demore hit the guy when he was down and the whole disqualification thing?
Yeah.
And he got upset, but he hit me up about it. We chopped it up. We talked about it a little bit. So
did you tell him I want that fight?
Yeah, did you tell him your co-host wants smoke?
I've been calling Chase Demore out.
This was a while ago.
Yeah, I've been calling him out for like 2-3 years. What are you talking about?
Have you?
Yes.
I didn't know that you knew who Chase Demore was.
Bro, I watch Misfits. I don't think you remember, but when we used to do
the our resident Misfits correspondent.
Yeah, I used to be like sell the fights here.
What were you gonna say, T.Y.?
No, I was saying, hey Hugh, as in Space 7 Night, we were saying that you should make up EzRaw on Undisputed and do and do stuff with that.
But only if we put real stats. I don't want you guys fluffing the numbers. I want the real stuff because I think that right there you're going to see when we put the actual speed in there, it's going to be deceptive. I'm telling you, Matt thinks the speed's slow.
62 speed, 87 power. Got it.
Bro, I'm telling you right now. I might be the Sarah's George Foreman. I don't know. We don't know yet. We really don't know.
What's the weight class you want to be in the fighting game? What's the weight class?
You know what? Let's put me at cruiser.
It ain't got cruiserweight on there.
Okay, well then this isn't a real box.
It got what? No. It got like the original ones. EzRaw, come on.
Okay, then put me
so
a heavy.
It doesn't have everything separated into juniors and supers.
Then put me a heavy. I'll be undersized heavyweight, like it's the 1920s again.
I don't think you'll be undersized the heavyweight, Ezra.
This guy. Oh man,
You gotta make Matt too, Huey. You gotta make Matt too.
Matt is only insulted me for like the last 5 minutes. No. Let's put it 20, because when he told me Montel Griffin, like if that was a big win at the time, that last 20 minutes have been really disrespectful for Matt.
Ezra, are you willing to make a promo video calling out Andrew Tate?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'll take that fight.
I need that this weekend. I need that.
Then
we're going to put that on the Brunch Boxing shorts. We're going to put it on the timeline. We're going to make a fight poster. We're going to post the videos of you training. You versus Andrew Tate. Let's make it happen.
You know what I'll tell you? I'm going to do a video on how to beat Andrew Tate. I'll tell you exactly how to get it done. I'm going to tell you word for word how to get it done.
Can you beat Andrew Tate in 2026?
Oh, easy.
Okay. All right.
What y'all say about Montel Griffin?
No, Matt tried to tell me that was a big win for Glenn Johnson when he beat him.
I mean, Montel Griffin got some wins, though.
But
at the point when he fought him, Montel Griffin's at the end of his career. It was over.
Thank you. It's still Montel Griffin.
Hold on.
What's that, Ty?
You see that? The Montel Griffin slander took Ty's internet.
Yeah, what happened, Ty?
No, I said, did Montel Griffin beat James Toney?
Yeah, but like years before this, like years, like way before this.
I mean, he beat James Toney. He beat Roy Jones. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like when the guy beat Bernard Hopkins, and you'd be like, well, that guy beat that guy beat Calzari. You know what I mean? It's like it's years. It was not the same guy.
You are a hater.
Hey, y'all think Canelo retire?
He's gonna have one. He's gonna have at least 1 or 2 more fights.
He got a farewell tour coming with him. He's gonna be like John Cena.
Yeah,
I think he retired already.
Yeah, he's an exhibition fighter. Remember I told you that, Matt?
That's crazy.
It's true.
Hey,
Matt, tell the people.
Go ahead.
No. What you got for us, Ty?
No, I was gonna say, as you never like Matt, like with the Rolly and Ryan Garcia breakdown. When we get the Crawford and Canelo post-fight breakdown. When we get
I could do one because I studied that fight after the fact, so I could do one.
Actually, yeah, you should. That'd be a good one. Don't listen to everyone. Make that video, however, like whatever length,
minutes,
like however time frame you need for that video. Make it, and we can cut it down into shorter videos.
I'm even going to describe the mental point of when they walked in and where they're at, how they look mentally walking in. To really go for it. This will be my Godfather.
Ty, before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you and what you got for content this week.
Oh, listen. Y'all know me. I don't lie to the people. I just take the bullets. I take the bullets for people sometimes. But tomorrow, we will have a Sunday morning sermon, and we will have no random space during the week. And this is me. My guarantee. There will be an RNS podcast.
Wow!
Shut the fuck up!
No, listen, Matt.
Oh my God!
Listen. Listen to me, Matt. I said, Ty, nobody else. I will go solo because I'm giving the people what they want. So you will have one next week. But we got the Sunday morning sermon tomorrow, and I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna start space when y'all done. I'm trying to make some money tonight and tomorrow.
I would like to point out that last week Ty also said he would have a solo show, and he did not. But I talked to somebody. We put this and nothing happened. So listen, we will have a show next week.
Well, let me tell you, if you have it, I will definitely join the show. I got some stuff I want to talk about on the RNS podcast.
Make sure you give TY a follow at Keep It 100 Boxing 2 on Twitter.
And you know what? Follow EzRaw Boxing. I got to be honest with you. I want the numbers to go up on Twitter. I got to be honest. It was like this for a while. It was like this. We're kind of leveling out a little bit. And to me, you're either getting better or getting worse. So it's not even like this. It's really like this. Let's get it like this again with the followers.
Give the people that handle one more time and what content they can look forward to this week.
EzRaw Boxing. At EzRaw Boxing, we're going to see some more training videos, even though Matt says they're slow, but that just makes it easier to follow, in my opinion.
No,
that means that they're easier to see the technique. Deceptively slow. Deceptively fast, in my opinion. Just depends how you look at it. EzRaw Boxing. Please follow us on the Brunch Boxing account on Twitter as well, and on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and hit the retweet and hit the repost on Twitter, please.
Matt, what do you got for the people this week?
It's a great question. Not too sure. I got some stuff coming though. Check out the website. Just check out the website. A lot of stuff coming on the website. And check out the Brunch Boxing timeline. I think it's time for another news dump.
Okay.
All right.
And some content dumping.
Get the people what they want.
I have a lot of content saved up that I have not put on the timeline yet.
All right, Matt. So, get us out of here. Tell the people goodbye.
Fuck them. We out.